Harry Bro, our GhanaTalks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. No, Tuesday, we spit fire now. Listen, make you join me with studios. Our GhanaTalks Radio, and yes, say then our day. Me say download the GhanaTalks Radio app on our Play Store and the App Store. Not tune in, and say this is what I see. Baba live on Facebook, Cointakra, any GhanaTalks Radio page in this now. Listen, I bet you fire. 1 year, Wading, Jajai.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on GhanaTalks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show. This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Good morning and welcome to another thrilling edition of the newspaper review on GhanaTalks Radio, where we dive and digest into trending news stories making wave on social media, from current affairs to politics, business, entertainment, sports, and even international news. And so today I am actually sitting in for SNM. Yesterday I wore a great shoe. Today I'm in a great test shoe. But amazingly, I am not doing this alone. I am doing it with my insightful commentator. Hey. Miss Regina Bless, how are you doing?
I'm good.
How was your night?
My night was great but short.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you sleep well?
I didn't, but
Are you sure you slept alone?
I slept alone.
You said you didn't sleep well, so I'm curious. I want to know.
My night wasn't all that satisfying. Yeah, let me put it that way.
Oh,
it was
okay.
great but short, but I didn't sleep well.
I'm still not convinced.
Yeah, still not convinced.
My
Yeah.
friend is sad.
That is for the goats.
I know. After the show, I'll come for more in-depth knowledge about that. Yes. So we will be moving straight into the topmost stories that we will be reviewing this morning. Former Vice President and 2024 flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has officially filed his nomination to contest in the party's upcoming flag bearer election, scheduled for January 31st, 2025. Accompanied by his wife Samira Bawumia on Thursday, August 28th, Dr. Bawumia's presence at the MPP headquarters sparked a charged atmosphere as hundreds of party faithfuls and supporters thronged the premises to show their solidarity. The contest is expected to be killing fought, with Dr. Bawumia facing his close-set rival for the race, former Assist Central Member of Parliament Kennedy Ohini Japan. Other aspirants who have also filed their nominations include former General Secretary of the party Kwabena Japan, the Abetifi Member of Parliament, and former Minister of Agriculture Brian Echampon. Former Education Minister Dr. Yaosei Duchum has also declared his interest in the position and is expected to file his forms later. That was yesterday, to formalize his participation in the race. The flag bearer election regarded as a decisive moment for the party, comes at a time when internal unity and leadership strength will be critical to the NPP's fortunes in the next general election. Meanwhile, party stalwart Francis Adai-Nimo has withdrawn from the contest, citing what he described as unhealthy monetization, internal bias, and poor timing. So yesterday we saw Dr. Bawumia filing his nomination to contest in the flag bearer race in the New Patriotic Party. He didn't do that alone. He's in with a lot of people. Former Minister for Education, Dr. Yawase Duchum, also filed his nomination. Brian Echampon also did same yesterday. Kennedy Japan also filed his nomination. And I think former secretary for the MPP was the first person who actually filed his nomination. And you see, a lot of things are going through people's mind. I nearly said Mrs. Miss Regina, you were actually there yesterday. Can you paint a picture of what transpired yesterday?
Yesterday I almost died. Let's be frank.
Are you for real?
I almost died.
What happened?
A lot happened yesterday. Aside excuse me, aside Bawumia coming to formally submit his forms for the presidential race, should I say the supporters there were very chaotic. They were not disciplined. They were aggressive. Yes, it got to a point where we, the media, were supposed to go in, but these people were coming with so much rush. Maybe I had told me share.
But were you able to take some important key notice of what went on yesterday? With what you're saying, that the place was very packed. And I saw a video where you and SNM was actually tied in a corner with a crowd of people. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, God, can you breathe?
You can't even move. And we actually saw one person with a gun. He is not a security personnel.
Okay.
And even with the people, there were some people with DMB ops. They were with the jackets.
Okay.
So I think those are the people designated to make sure that orderliness goes on there. But even with those people, no one was having a gun. So I was shocked to see that young man with a gun. Not a military down. Not a black top. And I was like, you don't even look like a military personnel.
Will it be one of the foot soldiers of the MPP?
It might be. Because looking at how chaotic that place was, someone could have just pulled a gun without even your notice, because it was very chaotic. It was very chaotic. So aside that, I think everything went on well.
Okay. But looking at the supporters, because I saw Dr. Bawumia pulling a very massive crowd yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Like, very massive.
Very massive, honestly. But see, I don't know how to put this, but sometimes for you to fail, the public is a contributing factor.
How?
The public is not a safe, should I say, it's not a safe space for you to win. It's a 50-50 chance. It's either they are for you or they are against you, or they are there mainly for the money. Because most of them were paid. Let's be honest. Most of them were paid. Because after everything, the best thing for you to do is to go. But these people were waiting until I saw one chairman with bulk of envelopes.
Wait. Did you get yours?
I'll
take mine. I'll definitely take mine. But looking at what happened yesterday and the massive crowd, in fact, that was so massive.
Very massive.
Do you see Bawumia emerging victorious in the MPP primaries?
On 31st January.
31st January.
So I would say yes. I wouldn't say he's competent, because I'm not a fan of these people, both the NDC and the NPP. But I would say he's in a way he would emerge victorious, because the crowd he pulled yesterday, if truly these people would be loyal and committed to him, I think he would emerge victorious. And looking at the battle, it's between Kennedy Ejapon and Bawumia.
Why do you think so?
Now, Mama cannot marry.
No, you should-
Brian.
if you're
I'm not
saying
looking
that-
down. I'm not
Exactly.
looking down on them. No,
It's like you're trying to undermine their capabilities.
I'm not undermining their capabilities. Yeah, Brian a champion. Fine. He's a very key personnel in the NPP party.
Right.
We also have former education minister Yao Ose Educhu and the general secretary,
The former
general.
General Secretary Japan.
Yeah, they are good people, but let's be honest, let's be factual. The contest is between Kennedy Ejapon and Baumia, because I see, in as much as the other people are also key people, but these two people are the major ones. It's the same as Nana Akufo-Addo, John Dramani Mahama, Cheddar. It's like these three people contesting for presidency. Who do you think the contest is between? It's between Nanado and Nanado and John Dramani Mahama. Yeah.
But do you think these people are wasting their time? The people contesting Baumia.
When it comes to my personal opinion, yes, they are wasting their time, and especially money, resources for that matter, because it's not only about you just picking the forms, but it's also about footing the bills of people who would travel to just rally behind you, and it's also about because definitely you would have to campaign for the 31st also. You need to also foot that.
Definitely.
So, see, sometimes defeat is glaring right in your face, but because of optimism, I have to be optimistic. Fine, it's good to be optimistic. The notion that never give up is just a word.
Oh.
We make rules and we can break rules.
Are you sure?
Yes, we make rules and we can break rules.
But
See,
sometimes you have to test yourself.
it's good to test yourself. You know, you go to some portals, they'll write never give up.
Never give
you go
up.
to another portal, they'll tell you that giving up doesn't mean you are weak.
Sure.
So giving up
Yeah.
doesn't mean you are weak. What doesn't mean you are weak?
Oh, but do you know sometimes everything around you shows that you're actually failing. Okay.
You are failing.
Everything around you shows, but at the end you emerge victorious. It
Okay.
happened.
Yeah.
So don't you think the
That's
table
for
is
no.
going to turn?
The table wouldn't turn. As I said, Kennedy and Baumia, it's either Baumia comes out as the main flag bearer or Kennedy comes out as the main flag bearer. And I believe that when one person comes out, the next person would automatically become the running mates. Vice presidents will become vice presidents. So, see, Baumia, we are not politicizing
No, wait.
it.
You
but
said the next person will automatically become the
the
vice.
vice president.
No,
Omonia
because in 2020, when was that? Last year, around this time.
2024.
Yes, around this time, where they were actually choosing a flag bearer for the new patriotic party. It was still between these two people you mentioned. Kennedy, Japan.
didn't want to be vice president.
Are you sure?
Yes, he
And,
didn't want to
and
be
you
vice
think
president.
that is why he went in for Napo? Because Napo was the vice president for, like,
Bawumia.
if in case
Yeah, he
Bawumia becomes the president, Napo would have been his vice president. And you think he chose Napo because Kennedy Japan was not ready for that position?
I see. Kennedy wanted to be president,
Not vice.
not vice. I'm aiming for a higher position, and you're giving me less.
But being a vice president is not.
it's nothing wrong. See,
It projects you. Do you know that
exactly.
Baumia being the vice president, do you believe it has actually projected him to the people there?
Oh yes, it has. Yeah, it has. But Obiane Nadri, me, I see Kennedy to be, in as much as he's very strict and disciplined, I see him to be pompous also.
Really?
Oh yes.
And Baumia is not pompous. All right, so looking at Baumia, we know of his track record. He has been a vice president. I think he has been a former vice governor, deputy governor
Yeah.
for Bank of Ghana. He has held a lot of sensitive positions in this country. We saw his track record. I've heard people saying that this man, looking at his track record, is it going to set a good precedent for him to be voted for as the flag bearer of the new patriotic party, to the extent that, I mean, the entire Ghanaian citizens are going to vote for him to become a president one day for this country?
Looking at the last election, I don't know how to put this, but not to sound biased, I sometimes feel if his leader had set a good example, he would definitely win. He would have won this election. But looking at what his leader put us through, some people might say it's just a normal political propaganda. It's just something normal of that sort. But I sometimes believe that when you put political issues aside, you need to make sure that you have the interests of the people. It was today that I realized that today in history, Edward, his father, was appointed as president, and I asked, he was murdered. Was he murdered? Edward Ekufi. I think he was.
No, it was rather the person who withdrawn. His father was murdered.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I thought he was murdered. So I wanted to attribute it. Say even Yekuni Papa. Why would he come?
Baumia's father, right?
No.
Ekufuado. I'm not really sure.
Okay, we will check on that. So I think looking at his track record, see, he made a statement that said, oh yeah, whatever he wants to do as vice president or be president, and then obey. And in a way, it's true, because it's like you being in SHS and you want to be school prefect, and you are just assistant school prefect,
You get it.
and you are doing everything. Now, when you become the main school prefect, what would you do? You've already exhausted all your options, and also he having a chance to contribute immensely to the economy, and he didn't, is also another factor that can decline a bit more bonus sign. Yesterday, when we were on the grounds, one person said, say when it comes to your face and your looks, so you shouldn't even have come out in the first place. You should have gone, like, take a break from politics. Then the next time you come as someone new with more stronger, effective measures. That is where other people would welcome you. But for now, you've come. The people around you would vote for you to be the flag bearer. But would the people of Ghana accept you as president again?
So, do you think the leaders of the MPP are actually pushing him into failure? Are we saying they don't know what is going on?
They know what is going on, but they are not pushing him. I feel this is a personal interest.
But you have to endorse anyone who comes in to be a flag bearer hopeful.
Yeah, you need to endorse them. Say waba. Na waba na among all, me who say one we competent enough. I'll go ahead and vote for you.
But do you think Baumia is being told the truth? Or he's surrounded by liars who cannot figure...
Two-faced people. See, when you're a politician, no matter how honest you are, I feel like you're a two-faced individual, because they'll laugh with you in the face and behind. They are saying things like, see, sometimes I feel like some communication directors will come here, say a whole lot of things. Let's take MPP for example. You know that MPP did this to the point everyone is complaining,
right.
But they've been designed in a way that they need to back the party no matter what. Even if they are failing, they need to back the party. They know that this is a lie, but they are still finding ways and means to back the party. So when it comes to politics, they are two-faced individuals. So Baumia, even if they are not telling him the truth, you need to sit and advise yourself. I believe he has an aide, he has counsel. So they need to say the truth to him.
Okay, so I think recently he has been preaching on one thing that has to do with the division in the party and how they should unite together. And yesterday he made a claim that the party should focus on fighting the current administration and not him, because he has every record. He is the best candidate, and for sure 2028 he's going to win the election. Now people were also referencing him. You know, he was the vice president when conflict in Boku became so intensified. And we can actually attest to the fact that the conflict in Boku was very intensified last year than this year. Although this year, like but it's not that deep like last year. And there were people who are claiming that because he's a Manprusi, and then this fight is between Manprusi and Kusausi. And now they are saying that allegedly he's behind it. Obia went to me and survey a conflict in his own community as a vice president, and allegedly they said he provided weapons. Allegedly, he provided weapons for some of these people so that the conflict, it will drag itself. Now, naysayers are saying that a common conflict in your constituency, you couldn't solve it. How well are you going to unite the people in your own party? People you lead, you're not only going to lead them, you're going to lead the whole country. How are you going to unite?
Not even the party itself, because I feel like the NPP officials, they are old enough to make their own decisions, and they are old enough to come together and unite themselves. When you put the party aside, look at Ghana as a whole. As you are saying, your own countrymen or your own township, you are not able to solve the internal issues going on there. How much more do you think you are competent, you are capable enough to handle the affairs of Ghana? We see Ghana on the map as little, but within it's not little. It consists of a lot of people, both the disciplined, the recalcitrant, people who rich, poor, healthy, sick. How would you make sure that you take care of all these people? Ebian, you are not taking care of us directly, but you are taking care of us indirectly. The decisions you make would have an impact on us, both positively and negatively. So sometimes you say charity begins at home. If you want to set an example, good example of yourself, you need to make sure that your home is first safe. It's like a husband not taking care of their children, their wife, then you go out and start giving out money to other people. What tag are you putting on yourself? What name should we call you? So for him, Mampusiwa, he has the upper hand. In as much as Boko conflict is a very rigorous one, but I think he has the upper hand to make sure that he solves it. Try your possible best to solve it. So I'm fine, who say I'm fine. But I believe, where I'm from Volta, and my people know me. And I go to talk to my people on several occasions. Don't you think my people will listen to me? They would listen. You just come into an agreement because you speak the same language. So come into an agreement, agree on one thing, and make sure that everything is solved. I think within this year, the month, I think last month or last 2 months, where Asante Hene was supposed to be the mediator. It was a good call. He's a king. It was a good call. But the only thing that would become a barrier is the language barrier. I don't believe Asante Hene really understands Omokasa. No. And so what say Omokasa? Uni na every baby bako. Let me say automatically you are family. What stops you from making sure that you bring out effective measures to help solve this Boko conflict? So, as I said earlier, charity begins at home. Charity begins at home. Before we move to our next story, yesterday when he was actually speaking to supporters of him, and let me say the party, he made mention. He said people should not take his weakness for granted. He said outwardly he might look calm, but inwardly, it's like green snake under green carpet grass. As a leader, not just be in the shoe of a layman or an ordinary Ghanaian. If a leader should stand somewhere and tell you that, I'm calm, but if you dare try me, I am more than a python. So one thing I know about leadership is you need to be fair and transparent. You don't need to pose as a threat to your people. So with what he said, I thought there was a better way he could have said that. Indirectly, it's like he was threatening us. As well, boy, but I remember President John Dramani Mahama said Ghanaians are short name.
They have short memory.
Short memory. As a leader, you are not supposed to say that. See, sometimes people will push you so hard, but you need to discipline and control yourself. I believe that wherever President Mahama is, he made certain comments, certain decisions he's regretting now. Because with that short memory of a thing, we did them. Because I was someone who saying,
but he's right. We really have short memory.
He's right. But sometimes, as a leader, you have to overlook certain things.
Okay.
You need to, because the shoe you are wearing is very heavy. Automatically, you are sitting on a hot seat.
Definitely.
So whatever that is thrown at you, accept it that way.
Odeshi, like.
Yeah, exactly. There's a town in Nigeria. I don't know how true that is, but I believe when Nigerians act movies, they use whatever religion they are practicing to act the movie.
Right.
If they are selecting a king, they go to the town square, and everyone comes home with their beddings. So their beddings, they've wrapped it in a form of cloth. Any bedding, anything that is heavy, then you, the king, you stand right in the middle of the town square, and they start throwing whatever they brought. They start throwing it at you. And see, but now so no, they are leaving all their worries to you. So you as the king, you are supposed to take on that burden and make sure that you work on it. So as a president, we've left our worries to you. Our worries that we've brought to you, you are the one supposed to work on it. And our worries, infrastructures, social amenities, and all that. That is our worries, and we've left it to you to work on it. So with what Bawumia said, see, he's human.
I understand.
Fine, he can say it. When I become a leader one day, there are things I would have to think about it twice before I talk about it. And sometimes I don't blame them, because they've already scripted it for them. Once they will even stand there to talk about, they've already scripted it
with
for them.
With teleprompters surrounding them.
Exactly.
So.
I remember we went for Environment Day, and when President Mahama was having his speech, he said fellow Ghanaians. This should tell you that he didn't even have any idea about. He was like, hey, fellow Ghanaians womb, this reminds me of something.
You get it.
And he said, oh, this is what they said I should say, so I would say it. It has been scripted for him. So
okay, so to our next story, the campaign team of the news still within the, today we are in the affairs of the MPP. Please, and they are prepare for us. The campaign team of the new patriotic party flag bearer hopeful Kennedy Japan has accused the party's leadership of bias, alleging that official party resources are being used to promote former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. In a statement, spokesperson for a Japan's campaign, Kwesi Kwanten, condemned the MPP's decision to stream only Dr. Bawumia's nomination filing on its official social media platforms. The use of the official party social media handles to stream only Dr. Bawumia's nomination filing is a betrayal of the very unity our national leadership claims to preach. According to the campaign, this action is not an isolated occurrence, but part of a wider, deliberate effort to give Dr. Bawumia unfair advantage, similar to what it claims happened during the party's previous internal contests. The statement further blamed such practices for the MPP's recent electoral setback, pointing to Dr. Bawumia's record as a key factor. So under his watch, we recorded the worst result in our party history, a 31% drop in national vote, a 16% decline in northern vote, a 33% fall in the southern vote, and virtually no support from the Zongo communities. Quantin stated. He further cautioned that at a time when the MPP should be focusing on reconciliation and rebuilding ahead of the 2024 election, sidelining other aspirants risks alienating the grassroots and deepening internal divisions. Leadership continues to impose the very candidate under whom we suffered the losses. So the campaign stressed that unity cannot be achieved through manipulation. The grassroots will not be forced into silence while the future is mortgaged for one individual. Never, the statement concluded. MPP has yet to officially respond to the allegation. Meanwhile, Dr. Bawumia has urged unity among aspirants in the primary. So, Kennedy Japan is saying that the party is doing everything in their means to project Bawumia.
Is it him or his campaign team?
Oh, he's campaign team, but
automatically
he's the one. If you have a spokesperson and the person always speaks on your behalf, it means whatever he comes out to speak is directly from your head or from what you've scripted for him or her to come and say. But you see, let's go back to the MPP delegate conference they had. You know, no one was actually allowed into the perimeter. No aspiring candidate was allowed, but Dr. Bawumia was allowed in there. And this time around, to the spokesperson for Kennedy Japan, officially, let me say Kennedy Japan, is saying that party platform, no, they are not using it to promote anybody. Kennedy Japan went to file his nomination. Who are party platform? So Brian Echampo, all the contestant NPP exactly. Okay. But when Bawumia filed his nomination yesterday, it was flying. In fact, like it's an aviator. I'm offended. So no yes. It was flying like an aviator on the platform. So he feels like the party is being biased. Do you agree with the spokesperson for Kennedy Japan?
Okay, so I wanted to verify that, but I don't know if, I'm not sure this is even their original account.
Okay.
So, if that is really true, then I would say they are being biased, they are not being fair, and they are not also being transparent. If you know that you've already chosen who you want to lead you, then why even go ahead with this? How is it said? Secos or Sekes? No, Secos. I call you say some concert party be. You've already selected or madrim no say o nipa we die ono na on bedi yenim to the next elections. So why then do you waste these people's time, their energy, their resources to even come in to file for nomination? Because filing for the nomination is not free. It's 10,000 cedis, and I think the other one I saw is 7,000 something. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. We might think saying yes, it be to these politicians, but they are really investing a lot into it. If the platform is for one single person, I know doing him say I can do whatever I want to do with it.
Right.
But this is a platform for everyone. So if you are posting Bawumia soon, he alone, what should I tell you about the party? They should tell you says, rebuilding no mokoye, you know, and fact. The unity is not there. They are not being fair to each other. They are not also transparent. Let's use GhanaTalks Radio's account, for example, the platform. It's a platform where they include everyone.
Right.
Inclusivity. Yeah, inclusivity. They include everyone. Even yesterday, Bawumia even added that to his speech. It was part of his message.
It was.
That they would build a deeper tie between the rich and the poor.
He said it.
Charity begins at home. What you do within is what would reflect.
Right.
You don't just say it because it's for saying sake. See, I would really be pained if we all, everyone obi on a segment to her. Then when a Jew queue there so then our manager will post it. A Jew there so manager will post it. A Jew rock there so manager will post it. Now a bedroom and kwame there so I am post it. How would you even feel as an individual? Sometimes we act nonchalant sometimes, but there are certain things that get to us. There are certain things that really get to us. So I think that it is high time these people really act on their message. The message they always come out to preach. It is high time they act on it. We are tired of hearing of NPP this, NPP that. The campaign team, I'm not saying what they are saying is wrong, but in a way it's right. Everyone has their opinions. Opinions are like noses. Everyone has opinions, and everyone is entitled to them. And in a way, what they are saying is true. From the secretary, my friend is saying, Japan, he was the first person. Followed by Kennedy Japan, followed by Brian Champon, followed by Dr. Bawumia. He was the only person who was posted, followed by Yao Osei Educhum.
Right.
So out of these 4 contestants, aspirants, only one person was posted, had access to the platform
belonging to the party.
This is to tell them that indirectly they've already
picked the flag bearer.
He is the chosen.
But do you see that as the root cause of the disunity in the party?
Oh yes, because it's discrimination. You've already picked your favorites, so the backbiting and all that would be included. Say we are in an organization. For me, I don't care. But some people, when you're in an organization, they've already picked one person as their favorite, or the boss has picked this person as their favorite. Do this for me, do that every day, do this every day, do that, or everything. This person. What they are tying and a between the people there. You have to be transparent. You need to be equal to everyone.
Right.
Sometimes, yes, this person is the best fit for this job. Fine, you can give it to the person, but it shouldn't be like all the time you sidelining the other people. You get me?
Right.
So that is what they are doing.
But do you see the MPP party at the verge of collapsing?
Oh, it has collapsed.
Why will you say that? The party is still standing.
It is still standing.
So
but
why would you say it has collapsed?
No, within. See, no matter how I love you, I can't go out and speak ill of you.
Right.
I can't go out and speak ill of you. Just imagine my siblings, or we even being here, automatically we are siblings. Then I go sit on another platform and tarnish Q's image, tarnish your image, tarnish Rock's image. Then I still come back and laugh with you. Oh no. That is the height of wickedness. It's when you want to kill someone, it's not only about stabbing the person.
Right.
The tongue is also powerful enough to kill someone, internally, externally, or whatsoever. So I would say they are the cause of their own problem.
Okay.
They are the cause of their own problem. We always say MPP opposition 52 years because they are the root cause of their issues.
You know this one, I'm not the one saying it though. You are the one saying it.
Please.
I'm emphatically
with this quote, it was originated and designed by Miss Debbie, our host.
They heard it from your mouth, not mine.
So you see, I would say that these people are the cause of their own issues, honestly. If you want something to stand for you, it starts from the foundation. Abronya can go out, say a whole lot of things.
Do you see Abronya semna with their banner? Do you see Abronya becoming the vice to
Diane, vice day
to Kennedy Japan?
No.
Did you see what he was doing yesterday? Did you see it?
Abronya.
Did you see what he did? When people were actually making noise, he was like, don't talk.
Everything is underground. Oh yeah. I saw that.
He was like,
I really
talk.
saw that.
Where underground? I was like, hey, why this one? Has it gotten a counselor now? Or no?
Okasa, because Okasa.
Obeseno.
See, and you see how he was together with Kennedy Japan. But they make it seem they make. How do I even put it? When they come out, it's a different thing. Or when they meet someone else, it's a different thing. Because I believe that they've solved their issues amongst themselves. But sometimes, see, it's just they are doing it for doing sake. Me, I feel like they are doing it for doing sake. But when I saw them together, I was like, and young or they were doing it for the views.
Oh, you know, politician, you know,
they are very strategic.
Thank you. Yeah, they have tricks, and so that is why of late I don't think we should call them politician. Okay, tricksters. Right, tricksters. That is very correct. But how can the leaders address this concern? Because this is a major concern, and now it has become so evident that even people who don't belong to the party can see it from their facial expressions, their looks, and even how they communicate. How can they address this issue?
Okay, so first off, I think for you to address an issue, you need to make sure that you voice out whatever worries you are facing, because when they were doing their rebuilding, we thought something good would come out of it, but as it stands now, nothing good came out of it. Maybe in because a positive near 1% and a negative near 2. So before you solve an issue, you need to make sure that you talk to each other.
Right.
What am I doing wrong? And then have I said anything to hurt your feelings? You start from there. You address it together. That is, after addressing, you all come together. You're I can't say, making sure that you all are on the same note. Yeah. So I think addressing the issue, making sure that you're on the same note, then at the end of the day, you all come together as one. Yeah. And it shouldn't only be that you are coming out to tell the public that, oh, finally our internal issues has been solved. Then back doors, you are still doing things.
Okay.
It will not end in that.
Okay.
Because as the last time we were saying, what is an abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks.
Right.
Me like this, I can't pretend for long. You told me that I should pretend back door, but I'll go and stand out, and my facial look alone would explain what I want to say. Yes.
So in a second, I want you to say this before we move to the next story. There have been calls for the MPP party to just take a break from politics for the whole of this year, and just sit down, keep shut, and then watch what the current administration is doing, point it down. As you said, unite the party as well, and then maybe from next year, or President Mahama have like 3 years to go. So like, let's say for the next 2 years, then they come back stronger. Are you in agreement with them?
I'm in agreement with that. Let's use President Mahama for example. He was in opposition for 8 years. And I believe that he wasn't just in opposition. It was a time he was reflecting on himself. He was working on his mistakes and making sure that he was putting things in place. See, during those period of time, you would face setbacks, but just be strong. So the NPP should also use that as an example. See, even as individuals, we become so depressed. I don't know if you've experienced depression, but if depression hits you, everything that you saw colorful, fades out. It fades out.
Correct.
So even ourselves, we take a break from certain things. Even when we work here, at the end of the year, we are being given break. Go, energize yourself, refuel yourself, and come back stronger.
Correct.
Come back with new ideas. So that is what the MPP, they are supposed to do. But as you said, empty vessels makes the most noise. They always want to stay relevant. Making noise all the time. Kong, 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 kong.
Okay, so making noise all the time. It's our last story. And hey, Charlie, the new patriotic party, I'm just hoping that after this show, they won't come and carry us here.
Hey, we beg.
They won't come and carry us. It looks like today, our topic is centered on them. So the new patriotic party, presidential hopeful Kwabena Eje Japan, says the monetization of Ghanaian politics has eroded the values of sacrifice and service that once defined the country's political tradition. He insists this must be uprooted for the nation to progress. So, speaking on Joy News PM Express on Wednesday, he declared the fact that the country has been gripped by materialism worries me, and the monetization of our politics, especially our Arab tradition, Edu Boahen's tradition, the Roches tradition, R.R. Aponsa tradition, and many others who pulled their lives, their houses, and everything, and J.A. Addison and the rest. Otherwise, we would have said that Addison would have won in the 1992 election because he was a big businessman, but Edu Boahen, the university lecturer, won because people believe in his drive, his vision, what he wanted to do for our country. And so it's never been about money, but I am worried that we are allowing money to rule us in the country, and hopefully if I become the president, I will restore those values of service, sacrifice and selflessness to the party and to the society in general. He lamented the decline of the spirit that built the party. For Kwabena in Japan, politics must return to a place of integrity. And that's why I have been talking about the fact that we need to usher in a new era, a new dawn, a new direction, a new Ghanaian led by a new politician, a politician who earned the respect and belief of the ordinary Ghanaian, because that belief has taken a big hit. Asem, this is a huge one.
Yeah.
Have we normalized monetization of our politics in this country?
We've not normalized it. Yesu ne yebang.
Nti ye dia way.
Ye dia way.
Hey.
We the new generation, ye dia way. Said the Okan, he was mentioning Titifono and Titifono. The sacrifice was there. The loyalty was there.
Integrity.
One person said he was for Brian, but now he's for Baumia.
Exactly.
How can you switch loyalty? Loyalty can never be switched. Loyalty can never be bought. During Kennedy's filing of nomination, one woman made a statement and I was really happy with. She said the love for Kennedy is organic. The loyalty for Kennedy is organic. It's not bought.
And you believe it?
Fear delegate. Fear delegate. You know that fear delegate thing is true. Because during those period, the 4 nominations I saw, the same set of people. The only thing they do is change the shirts. They will change the shirts. So if someone comes for Kennedy, or try and Brian there no, ube huana wa raw Kennedy atano wa share Brian there, no jina hobi. But we so the same thing.
But how did we get here? Like, how did we get here in our politics?
Paying for them man you do say. See, if someone mistreats you all the time, oh found hard you are already planning and plotting what you would do. I quite remember before our 2024 elections, one guy emphatically stated, say, if you would want me to vote for you, I'm selling my votes. Because at the end of the day, me to aba mau, na me nyashia, ukotina ho, you are the only one spending the money, and you're not even doing anything meaningful to the country that in a way I would benefit from it as a youth.
Right.
You are not doing anything. The only thing they are interested in is the money. And yesterday, one political guy I met really spoke some sense into my head, and I was like, this is what these people are doing. These financiers financing all these people. They don't come out with their face. Some of them, they are faceless. But at the end of the day, these top positions are going for them. And we know nothing about it. See, politics is a dirty game. Yes, we admit to it. But now politics is being sold. I'm investing in you.
Right.
When you also assume power,
right,
make sure I have a share of whatever that would go on. And that is what is going on. And at the end of the day, nipa no wasting the time he or she is not benefiting anything from it.
Do you think that is the reason why up to now we are not able to arrest any public official who have embezzled from the state?
Just yesterday, I saw that Attorney General has lost to Edu Boahen.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it too. I saw it too.
Wow.
Yes, in the whole song.
Wow. See, all the evidence were glaring in our faces that this man was wrong. But how come all of a sudden? That is why we always advocate that. Make sure that during your investigations, what you saw, you don't bring it out to the public. I got to know that the government has every right to withhold any state secrets from the public.
Right.
I got to know, and I read in depth into it, and I was like, wow. So that out here, I write information, yeah, baby, Anna Effa. When it comes to the states, Ghana as a whole, the president can decide to say, I'm giving you people access to this information, but he himself can also say, no, I'll not give you access. They'll only give you access if that right to the secret is undermine. I think they said it's undermining democracy.
Right.
That is where they'll bring out the secrets. I'm not saying I'm also saw this corporate but sometimes I don't know if you've studied this. First, if they arrest a suspect, they just bring the person's face.
Yeah, they
but
do.
Now they blur the person's face because at the end of the day, na ebi or suspect keke. Onim hoshe. But within any mabano, ne ho somba or court, the tag is on that person. The stigmatization is there.
Correct.
So, your question you asked me.
But how does monetization affect the quality of leadership?
Oh, it affects because there would be maseno. That is what I'll grow up with. All the time, your call baby, then give me money. These delegates, they'll take their money. Wherever you carry me to, then give me the money. If I'm supposed to follow you to campaign, at the end of the day, you give me money. What would you...
Okay.
And it also boils down to the voters. Because, say, Sisiano, or more monetize BBA, so man check yogurta, or more beche rice cooker. Beche fridge
dryer
beche 100 cedi because mo dey share say in him say campaign season bia you would have to give us something small,
right?
But you are not giving us nti nipa no beba with clear intentions, with the integrity, with the discipline, with more effective ideas yempeno because you po bi on no be sokete and for that
this one asa
they don't think about the lasting effects it would have on us. Right. They are only thinking about the short period, and that is wrong.
Okay, so please, in a second, how can we address this?
How can we address this?
Can we really avert it?
They can't, because now it's in our blood. It is
even unborn babies have a child.
See,
this is very sad.
I believe that was just by the way. I believe every issue or every situation has a solution to it.
Right.
And they need to come together. It's not only about the NPP, but the NDC also. These two parties, because these are the two strongholds we know in our country, NPP and NDC. And it's only NPP that makes sure that Sikan the NDC for so these people need to come together, unite, and say, oh, our politics is now corrupt. Let's set an example for these people out there.
Okay.
Everything shouldn't be about money. See,
right.
Money destroys loyalty.
Correct.
Money destroys honesty.
Right.
And money would even destroy that discipline that was long built.
Definitely.
So it is high time we make sure that we sit our grounds.
Okay.
Sit our grounds, stand our grounds, and make sure that
it's fun. It makes the food tasty.
Yeah, and make sure that we would not be so much into money.
Okay, so we should do our part so that we don't find ourselves too much into money. And as we can all testify to it, monetization has become so common that a leader can boldly tell you that I've paid every delegate 1,500 so they can vote for me. Okay, so we'll end it here. Up next, we have Today in History with Miss Regina Bless.
So, bringing you today in history in 1970, a significant day in Ghana's political history. In a special election, Edward Ekufu-Addo, then former Chief Justice, was chosen as president, while Dr. Kofi A. Buzia became prime minister, marking the formal beginning of Ghana's second republic. Trinidad and Tobago gained independence from Britain on this day in 1962, marking a significant moment in the global history of decolonization. Even though it is not an African nation, the nation's first head of state was Eric Williams. This event is important because the independence of countries with large populations of African descent, like Trinidad and Tobago, was a key part of the broader movement to end colonial rule and impacted African-descended peoples worldwide. Angola's military involvement in DRC on this day in 1998, Angola officially admitted to sending troops to support the Democratic Republic of the Congo government amid regional conflicts. 2020, the Sudanese Transitional Government and the Sudan Revolutionary Front signed the Juba Peace Agreement in Juba, South Sudan, a significant step forward in the country's peace process following the 2019 fall of Omar al-Bashir's dictatorship. The GBPA aimed to end years of conflict by addressing issues such as security, land ownership, transitional justice, and power sharing, and included provisions for dismantling rebel forces and integrating them into the national army. Looking at some few observances, this day is observed as International Overdose Awareness Day, the world's largest annual campaign to end overdose. Remember, those who have lost their lives to an overdose, acknowledge the grief of the family and friends left behind, and renew our commitment to end overdose and related harms. World Distance Learning Day is observed on this day to celebrate the power and impact of distance education, which provides flexible and accessible learning opportunities to people worldwide. The day highlights how distance learning, through various forms of online and independent study, makes education available to anyone, anywhere, breaking down geographical barriers and fostering global learning. Lastly, African Traditional Medicine Day, to raise awareness about the vital role of traditional medicine and its integration into national health systems in Africa. Established by the World Health Organization African Regional Committee in 2000, the day promotes the recognition, respect, and partnership with traditional practitioners and their knowledge, as approximately 80% of Africa's population relies on traditional medicine for health care needs. And that's all for today on Today in History and some observances live on GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina. Today is what, World African Medicinal Day.
Yeah, African Traditional Medicine Day.
Which means we have to focus on Habaya.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it works more than this tablets.
Yeah, that is very, very, very true. And I can't remember those times when you have this severe headache. There is this medicine.
I think Nunum. Very painful. You know, I did it once. I almost went to my.
You did it to yourself?
No, my mom.
Because on your
ever me. Ever seen me? I thought something on you do boom. Me say, "Gosh, That was all. I'll not try this.
You are in Ghana, but then you appear in US.
I won't do that.
Okay, so that is how we draw curtains on today's newspaper review on Ghana Talks Radio. A very big thank you to my insightful panelist, commentator, reporter. In fact, everything top. Miss Regina Bless for joining me today. And how can I forget you, my viewer and my listeners, for making the time to listen and as well view us from your home. We are very, very grateful. Thank you so much for doing the listening, and thank you so much for doing the viewing. Without you, we do not exist. I am Deborah Dorso. Good morning.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, and I'm with the level band. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry Braille, our Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, and we're going to talk about our culture, our history. Matuni ding setete abakwa sem. No, on the Friday, and you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say ade. No artists go join me in the studio. We're going to discuss about music and business. Or you singer and now you rapper, you think say you get bars, you go fit spit fire. Now listen, make you join me with studios, our Ghana Talks Radio, and yes say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app on our Play Store and the App Store. No tune in and say this is what I say about live on Facebook, Cointakra, any Ghana Talks Radio page in this. So now listen, I bet you fire 1 year, Wading, Jajai.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Good morning and welcome to the morning news broadcast on Ghana Talks Radio. Coming up, Singapore deal brings 10,000 bed hostel to University of Ghana. NPP's flag bearer aspirant Educhum declares war on poverty. Candidates' credibility takes center stage in 2028 elections. NADMO rolls out land reclamation plan to combat illegal mining effect. These and many more coming up your way shortly. Do stay with us. The University of Ghana is set to benefit from a 10,000 capacity student hostel following a memorandum of understanding signed in Singapore. This agreement is part of several deals signed during President John Mahama's state visit to Singapore aimed at strengthening economic partnerships between Africa and Asia. The MOU focuses on expanding student accommodation at the University of Ghana, addressing a critical need for infrastructure development. President Mahama emphasized the benefit of trade and investment, stating Ghana as a reliable gateway to the African continental free trade area. Meanwhile, the agreement demonstrates a deepening relationship between Ghana and Singapore with potential for increased investment and cooperation.
And I'm happy to note the MOUs that are going to be signed. Some of them are between Singaporean businesses and Ghanaian businesses, the private sector. But the other ones that are interesting to us, the first is the road laboratory. One of the major setbacks we have in our road industry is we don't have a fit-for-purpose road laboratory that tests the materials that are used for the road. And so you often have a situation where substandard materials are used, and so a road that is built, and you expect to last a certain period of time deteriorates very fast because the quality of the material was not tested and wasn't good. We know the expertise that Singapore has with road research and road laboratories, and so it will be useful for us to have a first-class road laboratory, especially considering that we're starting a major push in infrastructure, which we call the big push, and a huge percentage of the resources in the big push budget is going into road construction. And so the quicker we get road research laboratory to make sure that the right, standard of materials are used, I think it will be a good thing. The other is Ghana has a housing deficit, and our traditional construction methods take too long to deliver housing. And because of that, often there are price changes before a housing project is finished. And so you start at a certain cost, and by the time you finish, it costs more. Of course, in my last visit, I had the opportunity to see the kind of housing systems and methods that Singapore uses. And houses are delivered in a very, very short period. And so I know that the University of Ghana is going to be the first beneficiary of a prefab hostel that can take 10,000 students, 10,000 student hostel, built with Singaporean technology, and it will be delivered in the shortest possible time. That will ease the pressure of accommodation, especially for students. In Ghana, many of our students have to live far out of campus, and sometimes it creates major difficulties for them, security issues in the nights when they are going.
And that was from President John Dramani Mahama. Flag bearer aspirant for the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Yao Duchum, has declared his core goal to wage war against poverty in the country. He emphasized that his presidency will focus on building a prosperous nation where deprivation will fade away. He plans to add value to Ghana's natural and mineral resources, generating more revenue and creating jobs for the youth. This, he believes, will create millionaires and eventually billionaires in Ghana. His confidence, his track record in education reform, and his technocrat leadership style makes him the best candidate to lead Ghana to prosperity.
A neutral factor is about waging war against poverty and winning. Nothing concerns me more than the issue of the working poor. You are working by your poor. I've gone to America. I've seen the white people, and I have 200 workers that I hired to work for me. I know that God has given me something, and I'm here in Ghana. I've shown you what I'm capable of doing. If I can transform schools, if I can bring STEM education, if I can bring TVET, if you hand me this nation, I will turn the course of history of this nation. Once and for all, Ghana will be a great nation.
Campaign spokesperson for Kennedy Ohinie Japan, Kwesi Kwanten, believes the 2028 election will be based on candidate credibility and not party affiliation. According to him, the New Patriotic Party needs a candidate with right credentials to win the election. Prior to that, he endorsed Kennedy Japan as the ideal candidate, citing his charisma, track record, and grassroots appeal, while questioning Dr. Bawumia's ability to lead the MPP to victory, suggesting his candidacy might be more of a threat to the party than a benefit.
Many free Hanobi Kase Kwesi Mikro no Bia Kodinkomo. No more uncle party, Moamuha, no Muninkomo, no more Emuso say, Juan, I want to never better. And then I walk at him say, and now you're really a yoke, and this is for beat them say, Yesu. We so be the motu and the Musi. Second, the point team of MPP party office. I'm this senior or no chuma kone baby send this atade. Let me the motor team dear chila free baby free. A guraho, Abe Pejan and Sakacho, Kennedy, dear. It should tell you something that if you bring the man, the MPP people, the NDC people, and the people who believe in the business community, they are all going to go for it. Yes, do a survey in Trotro, in churches, in mosques, in the northern part in Empire vote to Amman, in the Zongo communities, Trotro station, neighbors as one ad never ever to. Cossack and neighbors are boysy, someone ad never. Well, you see, 2028 is not just about the parties, it's also about the credibility and trust of the candidates. One homogeneity. Ghanaians are brave politicians, you know, and you will be homogeneity. Say, Papa, we ask more can obey there, obey you. and a lot believe.
The National Disaster Management Organization, NADMO, has launched a land reclamation exercise in the central region to mitigate the impact of illegal mining. This initiative aims to restore land degraded by mining activities and promote environmental sustainability. NADMO is also working to identify and reclaim abandoned mining pits which have become death trap for residents. The project is expected to provide economic benefit to local communities while also ensuring their safety and well-being.
Necessary because this year alone, only reported cases of 22 reported cases of drowning in pits, abandoned pits. Bebrena ye miners ni bi. Ye jumiri o simiko rome hono akotom no ewu. Bisusu ye citizens of friends the municipality. E bi po ye school children na wa upon school who say nsuto ame onko horo no kakra na we were drown. We will not sit down for this thing to continue and sana you to home anamom. Apart from the fact to say reclamation that prevents the drowning of this nature. No, it's also so boana you save the environment by way of combating the environmental degradation also in those areas. No, NADMO comes in strongly here because all these abandoned pits contribute to some aspect of geological disaster that we deal with, mudslides, landslide, and all that. Now, I'm happy that directives are regional minister Odema, the reclamation committee. The committee would do Juma Ecoso.
Regional minister Nana Panfo, Impedom Manipa, Evu or P20, Yaba Upper Dencha East. And Upper Dencha East, and Upper Dencha East, West, as in North, as Central, to Fatimukwa, Himaro Dencha, and maybe part of KE commanded Megua for Abrim District Municipal. We have Mayor in there. We cannot start this exercise without the engagement of the miners. The miners na kasa. They should identify one to sa amnano. We are in charge. Why ready to do that? So Yamubo or China Napa, the best start community engagement. Machines over your boko near covered. Maybe they are Yempede. If you never require to be at all, Amruma, Wamba, while I'm running cook. Wabo bone ya cover mundo maybe they are successful.
Emnamre wa bonten so no. Eduye ni bibiri ebre oman nti ye beye den. Nti ye tra se fa adwen e di proposal come regional minister say ye pese ye boa na ye kata amnamra no so. Nti ye dikan ne minus e wo mpotem ha tu anamon. Ihia bibiri bo so gitu mu se no kre. Edwuma no mo ya ne se du ba bi a o haw kakra ba ho e ma oman no. Nti ye di proposal come regional minister say pese minus ye ne mo kabum. Kata manano so yede koye no mpejufo mo regional minister NADMO ene other security agencies ne kabom resec etena ho ehun se proposal ne de aba no eye omusu ma ye beboa nti ene akade a eye bulldozer ne enema aka yede yes reclamation no region no e de abre e wo yempesu yesu ya me adoma ifiri ochena akoye be ye series of community engagement in a week's time no ye be sha ase akofeld na willingly no so yaya announcement say wo a wo so yen kan kire wo mpu ana yen ma wo a wonim se watu amana no bra betwere odi assembly the machines no be call out na munamna ne akukata.
Member of Parliament for 2nd D, Andrew Kofi Ejapa, revealed that he supported the electronic transfer levy due to the financial strain caused by COVID-related spending. According to him, the levy was necessary to address existing problems exacerbated by the pandemic. The e-levy was introduced in May 2022, imposing a 1.5% tax on electronic transactions. The Akufo-Addo government expected to rake in 7 billion from the levy, but later revised the projection to 4 billion. However, the levy generated only 10% of the expected revenue.
Really, Dr. Bawumia had championed the digital inclusion, right? The mobile money interoperability system that has afforded every Ghanaian an opportunity to have a bank account where you can move funds in between accounts. So if his view was that e-levy was not the way to go, and I supported e-levy.
Okay.
went round with the finance minister to hold town hall meetings. Of course, they had issues, right? Parliament, in that financial budget approval cycle, breached the law of this country. Parliament will have consequences. Section 22 of the Public Financial Management Act says that your budget, your appropriations, and all financial related issues that goes to implement the budget ought to be passed by 31st December.
Okay.
Was e-levy passed by 31st December? And we saw the impact in 2022. We saw it.
But you
saw the capital flight.
But you supported it.
Of course, because I believed that with the kind of expenditure that the government had incurred in the COVID year that had compounded already existing problems, because we did have problems.
Yes.
We had borrowed extensively to deal with the energy sector problem that the government had inherited.
In business, the Ghana Revenue Authority has dismissed claims by the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana that customs officials failed to follow due procedures in the auctioning of perishable goods at the port. In a statement issued on Thursday, August 27th, the authority described as erroneous suggestions that importers are entitled to 60 days to clear perishable cargo. Quoting Section 53, Clause 3A of the Custom Act 2015, Act 891, the Ghana Revenue Authority explained that perishable goods may be disposed of through public auction after 21 days if unclaimed. Perishable goods are treated differently from non-perishables and vehicles under the Custom Act. The statement said the authority urged importers to use pre-cargo arrival clearance systems to avoid delays and charges, and reaffirmed its commitment to fairness, transparency, and strict compliance with the law in auction processes. The clarification comes amid growing concern in the trading community about port procedures, with businesses calling for greater consistency in customs enforcement. The Ghana National Gas Company's maintenance team has successfully completed planned maintenance works at the plant ahead of schedule. The head of corporate affairs, Richard Mensah, said the team has handed over the plant to the operational unit after completing the project. Key maintenance works included servicing of heat medium system, calibration of safety systems, and overhaul of transition compressor. The Ministry of Energy and Green Transition had estimated a 14-day timeline for completion. However, the maintenance and technical team achieved a significant milestone by finishing ahead of schedule. Chief Executive Officer Mrs. Judith Ajoba Blay praised the team's dedication and teamwork. She also congratulated them on their success, stating that their hard work and collaboration were key factors in completing the project efficiently. The plant is expected to stabilize and receive the expected volumes of gas in the remaining hours of the day. In sports, the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, in collaboration with the Ghana Football Association and Adisa Production Limited, convened a high-level strategic engagement at Kimpiski Hotel on the 27th August 2025 to mobilize corporate support for the Ghana Premier League and football development at large. The event, held under the theme Investing in Ghana's Football Transformation, brought together senior executives from corporate Ghana, club owners, representatives of the football fraternity, and the media. It was graced by the presence of the Chief of Staff at the Jubilee House, Honorable Julius Debra, who reaffirmed the government's full support for initiatives aimed at reviving the domestic league and raising the standards of Ghanaian football. Delivering the keynote address, the Minister for Sports and Recreation, Honorable Kofi Edi Adams underscored the critical role of private sector partnerships in transforming football from a passion-driven activity into a viable industry. He assured corporate Ghana that every investment made into Ghanaian football would deliver tangible value, citing the global evidence of football sponsorships, boosting brand exposure, consumer loyalty, and long-term returns. The minister also challenged clubs and their owners to ensure that corporate resources are managed prudently. He emphasized the need for deliberate investment in fan engagement, marketing, and player welfare, noting that players are the true products that attract spectators and sponsors. A beautiful game is only beautiful when clubs market their stars and provide the condition for players to deliver their best, he stated. The government's commitment to creating an enabling environment for corporate partnerships was further retreated. The minister highlighted ongoing discussions on tax incentives for sponsors, revealed that a review is being considered on the existing ban on alcohol sponsorship in sports, and confirmed that the sports fund bill is being finalized to provide sustainable financing for grassroots and elite sports. He noted that after investing in football, corporate Ghana will be called upon to contribute to the funding support of the entire sports ecosystem. The ministry expresses its appreciation to all corporate leaders and stakeholders who attended the engagement and looks forward to building enduring partnerships that will restore the Ghana Premier League and elevate Ghana's football to world-class standards. Ghana Football Association Communications Director Harry Asante Chum has stated emphatically that midfielder Thomas Partey will be available on time for the Black Stars as Ghana's national men's football team prepare to compete in the upcoming 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Black Stars head coach Otuado invited the Villarreal player in its latest call-up ahead of September 4th and September 8th clashes against Chad and Mali, respectively, at a time Partey is dealing with a league issue. Partey is set to appear before a London court on September 2nd for the second time after getting charged with 5 counts of rape and 1 count of sexual assault involving 3 women in all, and his selection has caused quite a stir. But Henry Asante Chum believes Partey will be available to play for Ghana's next month. I have spoken to him and he will join us on the time. Partey has featured in both Villarreal La Liga games of the bench this season. In showbiz, while people claim high life is dying out, others also hold the opinion of younger musicians projecting the category. According to high life musician Jay Dublé, he said Kofi Kinata is an artist he can bank his hopes on when it comes to continuing the high life legacy. With the direction he wants to go, he is stepping out. He is sticking to his high life identity and even added something to it. So it makes me know he is musically inclined to that. So we have to pass on the baton, and he is the only one I know who can do it, he said. He stressed that his endorsement of Kofi Kinata as the next big thing to happen to high life is premised on constant observation of his works and craft. Meanwhile, at the 20th Vodafone Ghana Music held at the Grand Arena in Accra, High Life musician Kwame Eugene, who won High Life Artist of the Year award, was honored with a crown as the future king of High Life. The grand honor to him was presented by High Life musician Amachi Dede. 4 years later, Amachi Dede revealed the movement was not his own decision, but the organizer's scheme. Kofi Kinata is one of the younger musicians who has stuck to the high lifestyle for the past years. Although he started as a rapper, he has tilted largely towards the indigenous Ghanaian variety, producing records that resonate well with the music lovers of different age group. And that is how we end it on the morning news broadcast on GhanaTalks Radio. Do well to log on to all streaming platforms at GhanaTalks Radio, as well as logging on to www.GhanaTalks GhanaTalksRadio.com for more updated news. I am Deborah Adosu. Thank you so much for doing the listening. Do have a good morning.
Hello Ghana, hello worldwide, I'm with the level band. Now listen, every Tuesday and Friday, beyond the time it's going to carry bro. Our Ghana Talks Radio, 7 p.m. sharp. Now Tuesday, we're gonna talk about our culture, our history. My 20 things about Sam. Now on the Friday, you bars on bars. You better rap, you better say no artists go join me in the studio. We're gonna discuss about music and business. Or you singer and now you rapper, you think say you get bars. You go fi spit fire now. Listen, make you join me with studios. Our Ghana Talks Radio and yes say then our day. Me say download the Ghana Talks Radio app no. Our Play Store and the App Store. Na tune in yes say this what you see baba live on Facebook, go Instagram, any Ghana Talks Radio page and so now listen. Ebe your fire. 1 year, Wading. Jajan.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with Ghana Talks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With Ghana Talks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. Ghana Talks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials. From Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare.
Regina Bless.
Deborah Adosu.
And I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
Good morning, Ghana. No, I wanted to say good morning, fellow Ghanaians. Yes, I trust we are all doing well. You are welcome to the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. And when it comes to our breakfast, we deal with heavy breakfast here. I answer to the name Miss Regina Bless. Unfortunately, Pakwesi Omari wouldn't be joining us today due to one or two personal reasons. But I have with me Isa Mohammed, NDC Youth Communicator, and my sweet host for today. You're an independent candidate.
Neutral
body. Deborah Adosu. Yes, but before we move straight to today's main breakfast, let's deal with some starters, because when you go to the restaurants, we deal with starters before the main course. So within the course of the week, Kennedy Ejapon, Brian Echampon, Dr. Mahamadou Baumia, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum, and also Kwabena Echa. Is his name Ejapon or Ejapon?
Ejapon.
Oh, okay. I think his has an E. Yeah, E. So they filed their nomination to contest in the party's upcoming flag bearer elections. That is on the 31st of January. Now someone would ask, NPP. These 4 people, they are all competent enough to, should I say, lead the NPP party. But I'll start with NDC Youth Communicator. Do you think, or let's say, what should the party look out for, the qualities they need to look out for before they pick one person to lead?
Okay, so first of all, I would like to greet my cherished viewers and Honorable Julius Deborah, that is the Chief of Staff for Ghana. So, since Monday, we all saw what the MPP party has been doing. They said they are filing their nominations. So that's the process they are doing. They said next year, hopefully they will be doing their national election. That's the first time we are experiencing that in our history of Ghana, because we know that the presidential primaries is the last primaries we do. We start with the branch election, then we move to the constituency election. After constituency, then we come to the coordinators election. Then we do our last presidential primaries. But now, NPP is not a transparent political party. They have already orchestrated what they want to do.
Why do you think NPP is
because, as we know, yesterday, we clearly saw what happened. When Kennedy Japan submitted his nomination, they didn't stream live the nomination process on their platform. When Brian Echampon submitted his, they didn't do as they did to Baumia. When Echampon, the one that you said his name is spelled with E, he submitted his in the nomination. They didn't stream live his nomination, but only Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, they stream live his nomination on their live social media platform. That shows how untruth the political party is. They already have their preference candidate. They are going to choose His Excellency, the former Vice President, DMB. They have already endorsed him. So the MPs and the other people filing nominations for Kennedy Japan is just a planting. At the long last, they are going to campaign. They are going to rally behind Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. We already know. So they should just forget.
So you think it's just a waste of money on the aspect of the
It's just waste of money. Me, what they are even doing as a political party or as a political communicator, I'll be very, very glad to see the conflict that they are going to mount in their political party. They are going to be in opposition. Yes, I'll be glad. Like 52 years. So they should continue.
Wow, 52 years.
Yes, they should continue. So this just by the way.
Yeah. This just by the way was very hot. Miss Debbie.
See, I don't even know whether I should speak on behalf of the MPP. I should become neutral.
Be neutral.
Let me be neutral. Looking at what really happened, the MPP filing nomination, I could see a lot of people who are so eager to attain power and to do more. Because listening to all this flag bearer hopefuls, they all have something they want to do. Kennedy Japan said they want to create jobs. Dr. Yoduchum said he wants to wage war against poverty. Brian Echampon said they want to pay all DDP, no pensioners, pensioners money that has been kept by their own administration. Now he is saying that when he comes into power, he wants to pay them their money, which we know it won't be possible because he can sell all of us as a country. And we know of Dr. Baumia also saying that for him personally, what he's focusing on right now has to do with what he has done before, and when being given the nod, how he's going to improve on it. And because he has already told us that Oka obey flag bearer against whoever the NDC will bring out will be very difficult and the worst better. So you can actually clearly state that he has been preaching on unity, how the party can unite and then fight back at the current administration. But look, I will say that everyone is doing their best, and then we are wishing them the best of luck. Whoever comes out, they should all come back and then rally behind that person for victory in 2028.
All right. So just a quick one. We all would agree with the fact, I think even with the headlines this morning, we spoke about it. It looks like the NPP have already singled out Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia to lead them as their flag bearer. But when we put that aside, looking at all the aspirants, who do you think is best fit to be the next flag bearer?
So for me, I'll clearly say none of them fit our standard.
They are all incompetent.
Oh, wow. Brian as a great minister, we saw his performance. Very poor. And in Japan, as the secretary, he was a former secretary to NPP. Look at the administrative job. Very poor. Kennedy Japan, we know even through the NPP, they said it's 10 unforgivable sins. So we know that if the NPP don't like him, so why are we the cherished Ghanaians? So are we going to like him in Japan? We know it's devious act. So they are all incompetent. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he brought e-levy. Look at the taxes, nuisance taxes he brought to our administration. Yes, even I don't know even the adjective I should use for Bawumia. The biggest liar. He came to bring religious conflict and other stuff.
But he personally is now speaking against it.
He brought it and is now speaking against it. Mm-hmm. So you see how devious His Excellency, the Vice President, the former Vice President, DMB, you see how he acts. And then, like he's like a chameleon. Mm-hmm. He always changes. So Bawumia there,
alligator.
Me, all their candidates, I don't see a correct candidate among them.
You don't see any correct
candidate.
So they should just contest.
They are coming to contest and lose.
Wow, they are coming to contest and lose.
Yes.
Yes, none of them is competent enough. They don't really have, to me, they don't match the standard of becoming a flag bearer. And even giving the nod to become a president one day to lead the country. Because looking at their track record, they all have a very bad track record. Mm-hmm. So, Brian Echampo, former Greek minister, we saw what he did, one. And yesterday, I made mention that he wanted to buy a state property from Senate. Someone who wants to buy a state property, we will be here one day, and then all the state properties are sold, including we, the human beings in it, we will be sold out. So someone like this, we cannot entrust power into his hands, although we cannot undermine their capabilities. Then when we look at Dr. Bawumia, someone who said he's an economist wizard, or wizard, or and he told us that he has actually locked the dollar and given the key to IGP. But we saw a skyrocketed prices of goods in this country. He told that he was the lead in everything, almost every initiative the MPP will bring on board. He was the lead, and then we saw what they did. The e-levy, he was the lead. Mm-hmm. And almost everything that was in the economy, he was the lead of it. But the MPP still hails him as the messiah of the party. Mm-hmm. Then when we look at Kennedy Japan, we saw what he did to Ahmed Swali. Mm-hmm. We saw his beef between him and top government officials in this country. We saw how he for Kennedy Japan, you see, he could have been the best for this MPP flag bearer, but he doesn't know how to communicate. I made mention that when he was a member of parliament, mm-hmm. he went unopposed because in his constituency he was doing what he was supposed to do as a member of parliament, and he's also in charge of a factory that produces rubber, normal rubber for food and stuff, and he has employed people. That is why when he said he'll be creating more jobs, in a way he is actually making sense because he's into industrialization. That is for him. He could have been, but Onim Kasa, his communication style was very poor and very bad. Someone who can sit down and tell you that Metro showdown. A leader that gets peace at every slight issue. If you give this person a nod to become a president, not just say every slight provocation by the ordinary Ghanaians, and also
don't you think he's instilling discipline in the youth? And
which kind of discipline? Which kind of discipline is he instilling? I want to know.
With you saying what can be big it way be
no, I can't. You see, one thing about Canadian Japan is that he speaks the truth. Okay. That is for me. He speaks it as it is. And he and now for Becca's, but the only thing is I say how to communicate it out is his problem. But sometimes when you listen to what, even I can't remember some time ago, the MPP party had a bit personally with him after. Before the 2024 election, there was a primaries that went on internally, and there was a beef already because he knew that he will get the not to be the flag bearer, and I could reaching about me fire. So he was provoked to reveal some dirty side of the MPP, and then listen to what he speak. The way he speak was very bad, but then when you listen to him, you can actually hear that no, this man is talking sense. What he's pointing out is actually happening in the MPP party, but the way he speaks it out, a leader doesn't speak like that. You should know how to communicate, even though Nyao cannot. It makes sense, but communicate it in a way that even technocrats will sit down and listen to you. This man is making sense. But when you start with Ajidia Tem, you get it. That is how he speaks. Someone like this is a billboard.
Red flag.
It's a total red flag. And let's look at Educhun. Educhun was a former education minister. And for Educhun, I would say he wasn't that known. He wasn't, and he said he was going to wage war against poverty. How is he going to wage war against poverty?
Maybe by creating more jobs.
Creating more jobs? Well, I don't really know much about him, but I can say that he actually hold solid ground in the party. But it could have been better. Or because he's not really known like that. He was the former minister for education, but now as an underground nation. So for me, none of this.
The four aspirants.
No. None of them are qualified. But before the end of 31st January to 1st February, they will get someone.
And as I said earlier, it looks like this contest is mainly between Baumia and Kennedy. Yeah.
As at now, I'm even sideline Kennedy Japan.
Why?
The contest is between Baumia and Brian Champo. Yes.
It can be possible.
From what I know, he was the financier.
Yes.
Okay. So because you think he holds the money,
the investment Brian Champo is doing to the delegate in that what is the name, Eastern region, and here is you. The special treatment he has been giving them. He takes them to Rock City, the biggest hotel in West Africa. You sleep there the whole 10 days. He's the one who
in a way, this boils down to the conversation we had that our politics has been monetized.
Yes. Now the NPP are showing us that they have power. They have money. They have stolen all our money. Even in opposition, they can still cater for themselves.
Allegedly.
They can still cater for. See, even have you checked the amount that they paid for the nomination?
Yeah.
Look at this huge amount. Educhum today. Educhum has gotten money and he said he's filing for presidential.
For all you know, maybe he has other side businesses that is bringing him more money.
Educhum as education minister. He was the one who brought this red, gold, green education system into our secondary education. This red double track system. Hey, Charlie, we have a lot to talk about.
We have a lot to talk about.
See, they are all incompetent.
Oh, wow.
All their candidates, they are all incompetent.
So none of them speeches they made. Some saying they would pay off the taxes, something.
But which taxes are they paying off? They'll pay off which taxes?
I'm trying to talk about the Brian Champo's own. Not taxes.
Paying a delegate to vote for them.
No.
Paying DDP owners, pensioners.
Yeah, for that.
That man.
And also, it looks like most of them have the
Brian
interest.
said he's going to pay pensioners.
Yeah.
The one who wanted to buy the Smith property.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He wants to pay.
They were broke. And they came.
Well, who is broke?
They said no. Snake said they were broke.
Yes, so they need someone to buy the property.
And I'm an investor.
No,
and
he wasn't the only investor on board. We have even foreigners who came
that they wanted to buy.
That they wanted to buy.
So,
but he was chosen, and the question is, why was he chosen?
Because he has the resources.
Where did he get the money from?
For that, I can't tell.
Yes, where did he get the money from? Brian Champo cannot tell me that. Ultimately, scammer. The number of people who voted for Bawumia to become a flag bearer, each person took 1,500. He said it himself. May not minimum because I'm not in his head, but he made mention of it. 1,500.
Then don't you think he's capable of?
For me,
leading?
if I am Brian Champo as a patriotic citizen, I'll even loan my money to the SNIT so that they'll pay me back. I'm not going to buy their property,
which belongs to the state.
Hey.
That is really making sense. So looking at we would be delving straight into our main course shortly, but this is just by the way. So looking at all the 4 aspirants, it looks like they all have the interest, especially the interest of the youth at heart. But let me ask, what is that one thing that Ghanaians youth of today we really need?
Money.
Jobs. So as an NDC youth communicator, do you think our current administration, they are doing what they are supposed to do?
Yes. Even last week, that's the YE, Honorable Malik Basintali, the CEO. You saw the inaugurations that he went to do. Last week, we inaugurated the police assistant.
Yes.
We have recruited fire service assistant. We have recruited prison assistant. They will be inaugurated very soon. That's the first and second badge has been inaugurated. That's the last badge will be inaugurated. We have employed over 10,000 youths. They have started work. That's even for police assistants. Police slots in buy, immigration slots in buy. Look at the jobs that we are creating. And even as at now, they have started vetting the citizens that wants to work abroad. They have started vetting them from region to another region to another region. So Greater Accra is the last region that will be vetted. So you have seen the roadmap for creating jobs for our citizens. And even as at now, the President of the Republic of Ghana promised that he's going to pay fees for every fresh student who has gotten admission into our various universities. He has delivered. They were first criticizing him that, Mama is scam. He has delivered, he has done it. So now we have seen the great transformation that John Dramani Mahama is doing. And hopefully Julius Debra will come and take the note after John Dramani Mahama, because he has
also the BB Bao.
Yes, Julius Debra.
Oh, the BB Bao.
So you want Julius Debra to be the next president?
He's our next presidential candidate.
Wow. 2028 for Julius Debra or the BB Bao.
Or the BB Bao.
He will come and finish the job that John Dramani Mahama
but
is doing.
Why do you think he's the best fit to be president? Because I believe we have key people in the NDC who can be the next president.
I've not seen anybody campaigning to be a flag bearer, and I'm campaigning for Julius Debra.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Spokesperson for Julius Debra has spoken.
I hope he will not change his mind.
Oh
no,
yes.
Me, I'm not like Ake.
You're not like what?
Ake. That short guy, he came over here. He's my university colleague. He came here to support Brian Champo. Today, Ake is supporting Bawumia because of political interest.
Oh, okay.
Today, Ake is supporting Bawumia.
But do you think he's influenced by money?
More than money.
More than money.
Yesterday, he came to give me money on campus. Osi ene de anyaska ene obi wumi na Bawumia spokesperson. Hey, Ake.
You're finding problem for him. Miss Debbie, you spoke about money.
Money. How the youth of nowadays we want money. And how can we get the money? As you said, through job creation. And looking at the 4 people, you said most of them are pointing to job creation. And these people are a sum of a political party. Which political party are we talking about? The New Patriotic Party. What jobs have they created? When they were in power, they told us, Baumia said they've created 4.2 million jobs. They've employed people. But when you go to look on ground, how many people have been employed? They waited till December. The election day was when 2024.
Yeah, 27th. I think
7th December. They waited till 7th December, and then they started recruiting people. They started employing people,
and even most of them had backdated documents.
And the employment they were doing was not even based on your credibility. It wasn't based on your integrity. It wasn't based on your competence. And because they just wanted votes from the people, so they were just employing people just like that. And then we were in this country where we saw nurses demonstrating that they've completed school. And recently the Minister for Health, Minta Kanda, confirmed that people backdated to like 2020, 2019, physician assistants, dietitians, nutritionists still in the house without being employed. And you told us that you've created 2.4 million. I know is it there? If you're telling us you've created, then it has to do with the entrepreneurship. How many initiatives did they bring up on board? The only initiative I believe they brought on board, which has to do with the entrepreneurship side, to employ a lot of me who, because when you go to ground, sometimes they even collaborate. But thank you. When you get on ground, you see nothing. They were building castles in the air. So for me, that's 4 people. They're representing one party, but they've never created any job. And so what they are saying is that all their attention is pointing to job creation. It's just something that they as a Adango that are doing.
It's just a fallacy.
A fallacy that they just want to use it to deceive us. Now let me come back to what he said. Okay. He said, and that one it's not part back. Okay. He said Julius Debra. I listened to Asedun Ketia. He was in an interview where he was being asked, who do you think will become the next president after Mahama? Because MPP have started with their internal primaries. Are you going to start? And do you know some people are even mentioning him?
I also have him in mind.
You also have it in mind?
Yes, as the next president.
Yes. Oh my whoa! I can't make a count of all. And yet easy. And he said one thing that I was like, this man is a thoughtful person. And before you can get access to what is going on internally in the NDC party, this is what he said. He said right now they are not too much focused on
picking someone
because it's going to bring chaos in the party. So what they are trying to do is to help President Mahama fulfill his promise. Then when he fulfilled the promises he promised Ghanaians, whoever comes next, it will become very easy because President Mahama has left a good legacy, and that is what the MPP is lacking.
True.
They are lacking because we saw what Akufo-Addo did. Me, I'll be sincere, he messed up everything. And we are truthful, they are deceivers, and they are nation wreckers. And in fact, all their way it's specified them no Enubi. That is who they are. And so the person who has already led the party has left a bad precedent. Whoever comes in after that, you are following. So with what I said, I'm not trying to rubbish what he said, no, but what I said, Ketia said, I feel like it's the right. I'm sure they are working on, but just that one person, a bit cause too much commotion.
True. It looks like we have 2 NDC.
Communicators.
You are neutral.
I'm neutral.
Okay. So if you just joined, you are live on Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. We are streaming live on all our platforms. So please do all to engage in our conversation. So we are moving straight to our main course for today. Yes, we are done with our status, so we are moving straight into our main course. So with our first discussion is about the Ghana Gold Board. They have brought up an initiative that according to them, they want to make sure that they silence, should I say, gold smuggling in our country. So according to them, any pound of gold you sell, you'll be given a bonus that is 832 Ghana cedis. 832 Ghana cedis. Now, someone would ask, is this a great, I'll start with Ms. Debbie. Someone would ask, is this a great, should I say, way or solution to make sure that gold smuggling is being kept? 832 Ghana cedis.
Which means they will now be receiving 9,700. It's not really way, but because I can actually see that Gold Board is putting in much effort to seal the whole of smuggling gold out of this country. This is because those who mine, when they sell it out of the country, or when they smuggled it out of the country, they are being paid more than when they feel like they sell it officially to or rightly to the channel. Now we have Gold Board, so the miners are supposed to pay directly to Gold Board, and the Gold Board takes it out to any company they want to sell with. But if I'm not getting what I'm supposed to get, that means I'm going to smuggle it out. And now let's see. First, the cedi to the dollar was the dollar was having much strength to the cedi, and yet your dollars require you earn more. But now the cedi is appreciating into the masses can emoya. So because was a news car abroach kana or $10,000. Like it would timuna but when you get to the bank to change it into our CDs, I hate like so if Gold Board do not take an action, it's going to affect these people, and these people do most of the work, and it's going to affect us, because I always say that aside cocoa, the only place we also generate revenue from is from our gold, and Ghana is known for it. But one more thing we should understand is that Ghana is not the only country that is putting incentives on this country. We have Russia, we have US, we have other countries that also put incentives that are more higher than what Gold Board is trying to do. But in a way, I would say that Gold Board, they are trying their best. Even though it's not much, but they want them to feel like at least you're doing. And trust me, if you're working at a place where maybe what they are giving you is not enough, but at least they make you feel like you are good with it, because at the end of it, but they are happy with what you do, and I believe that is what Gold Board is doing. So it's good.
Yeah. When you talked about when you are working in an institution and you are being appreciated for your good work, it encourages you. I remember yesterday I had a conversation with one, I don't know if he's NDC or NPP, but he was like, me, I'm working and you're not even paying me well, and I've got another job which is paying well, you still expect me to still be there? No, I ran away. All right, Mr. Mohammed, so do you think this special bonus is the right step in the right direction to make sure that illegal or bad ways of selling gold is kept?
Okay, so first of all, one may ask, what is Gold Board? What is Gold Board? So Gold Board is just like a company that sells out gold for Ghana legally, not illegal, as we have Cocoa Board. So when you mine your gold, that's where you make your sales. Understand? So they brought an incentive that they are going to give out 832 Ghana cedi per what's the name, per pound of gold to licensed miners. They are not going to give it to any miner, licensed miner. So when that is done, I see that to be a laudable idea, because at first every individual just go to the international market to just sell good at its own right and its own choice of price. But now with the transformation plan or the resetting agenda, John Dramani Mahama has provided a good board. That's where every licensed miner sells his good to, so that the country will be able to sell it to the international marketers. So when they give out 832 Ghana cedis per pound, I see that to be a laudable idea, because when that is done, the state is also going to benefit from it. So that's when our dollar is going to appreciate to the our city is going to appreciate to the dollar, because the country gains benefit, and we are going to see infrastructure development too in our country, because they are going to get benefit from the good that they sell to the international marketers. So, and again, they are going to get taxes. They are going to tax the licensed miner, so they are going to get more revenue from it. So they are going to use that revenue to develop the country. So I see that to be a laudable idea. So when they sell the gold to international marketers, they are going to get more profit, and they are not going to keep that money in their offices. So they are going to use that money again to develop the country. So why I see yesterday, I went to TikTok and I saw our NPP communicators just lambasting this decision. They said Obiba Kobre Anyanisika, and we are going to give the person at a price. So you ask yourself again, formally that gold board was not there, or gold board was not created. A miner just go to international market, or even from a middleman, someone just link him to a middleman, so the middleman takes the gold to international market and sells it out and brings any price to you. But now we have a fixed price, so you know that if you are taking this gold to gold board, this is the amount of money you are going to get. So you know the amount of money you are going to get, even not from a middleman. You as a miner, you can just take it. A licensed miner, you can just take it to the office and go and sell it out. No one is going to catch you. But that one too, they take it because of the durability. You can't just go there and sell it on this price. You know that if you are taking this gold to gold board, this is the amount of money you are going to get. So to me, I see they want to be a laudable idea. So the lambasting that they are doing on the social media, they are just making noise.
They are just making noise. So I know that we have something called the black market.
Yes.
And the black market, they smuggle gold, they sell illegally there. So do you think this initiative in a way will stop these people from operating their markets? Because it looks like it's still on the rise. I don't know if you get my point.
Yes.
So would you?
Well, I wouldn't say it's going to totally stop people from smuggling gold out of the country. For example, in as much as we've been preaching about the negative effect of drug abuse, we still have people who illegally import drugs into this country. We still have youth as well, they will still smoke, but they know its effects. So I believe that this gold board bringing out this kind of nice initiative, if I sit here and say that it's going to stop, some people will still smuggle this gold out. Because trust me, those people who buy gold from them illegally, they watch what is going on. Okay, let's say I've been buying gold illegally from my big brother here, and then all of a sudden I get to know that his country is now bringing topping out their incentives. I'll also top up mine, and I'll make sure it is more than his.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And so when you come on board, and when you feel like maybe Diano is more or way bigger than his, why will I waste my time?
Go for the peanuts.
So the best thing we can do is seal those loopholes where these people go out to, sell this gold to the black people. And sometimes I'm being tempted to believe that some top officials are also involved in this. I'm tempted to believe that, yes. Because you're going on the gold market to sell a gold. It means only know a daily for so long. it'll be difficult for me right now to get to Togo and tell you an ordinary person that I'm selling gold. You ain't just a gold, you know.
Yeah.
They will. So to get a specific company in other countries that buys gold illegally from you, it means you have some connection somewhere. And I don't think that a commoner, commoner miner, just to that one, and I feel like I know of a link in a Togo or Burkina Faso, so I'm going to sell my gold. No, they don't do that. So I believe like we should seal the loopholes first. It is a good initiative, but to completely stop people from smuggling it out, we can minimize it, but we can't stop it completely.
All right, we can't stop it completely. You want to say something?
Oh, okay, so the black market, they work as in like examination malpractice.
Okay, yeah.
When we say, oh, don't bring apport to examination hall, one person
we will still send it.
Will still send apport to the examination hall. So this goes to the regulatory bodies. So this is just a proposal, and I'm sure they are going to work very well. So the regulatory bodies are supposed to make everything like transparent to the miners. They are supposed to bring everything. They are supposed to make everything openly to them. They should stop this. What is the name? Corner things. Corner things. They should make everything transparent to them, because if you are giving this amount to them and black market is also giving a higher amount to them, that's definitely going to take the black market amount.
Yeah, I would even take it myself.
And even before they have this black market, how do they work? They are also being influenced by somebody.
Okay, so you think someone higher in position?
Yes. So they are supposed to stop. That's when corruption also comes in.
Corruption, I'm not sure they can eradicate.
You can't stop corruption. It's just like mining, this galamsey thing. You can't stop galamsey, but you can control it. So before this proposal will work, and the miners, the licensed miners will buy this idea, they're supposed to make everything transparent to them. But if they are doing it translucent or any this thing to them, they are not going to buy this idea.
They are not going to buy this idea. I think it has already taken effect. That was on the 27th.
What?
The initiative.
Oh, okay.
It has already taken effect.
It's good.
It's good. So since we are all agreeing that it's a laudable initiative, do you think Ghana or our country is financially capable enough? Because this initiative shouldn't just be a 9-day wonder. It should take us into the next term, so automatically should be a long term, like how is this, a long term sustainability. So do you think they are financially fit for this tax?
So before this thing is being passed, they get a budget for it through Parliament. So I'm sure if they are starting with this initiative now, maybe next year, Parliament is just going to approve an amount of money for Gold Board to also operate. So I see this one to be a laudable idea.
Yes,
but they should get support from the government.
All right. So lastly, then we move to our next topic. We know sometimes when this initiative comes, most people find their way. Even people right in the gold board sector, they find one or two ways to make sure that they have a share of this, like corruption. What measures would you think they need to implement or bring in space to make sure that there's no corruption?
Hey, this question you're asking me. In every institution, there is always an insider. There is always this one person that will always want everything to himself, and it becomes very poisonous when it is the leader of that particular institution. So this firm, we have manager, we have authorities, but we still have manager who sees to the affairs of all of us. When he takes the information from the above, through him we the employees get to know about it. It is very dangerous when it has to do with manager rather. That is. Like, I'm not saying he embezzles fund, though. I'm just giving an example. It is very dangerous if it is manager that is doing that. But when it has to do with a fellow employee, I mean, taking you by law is very easy. But when it has to do with a manager, you the employee, you have nothing to say. Because when you go and say something right now, either wage mabebo or you'll be transferred into a place where one kasaka uduha or bambi buse juma no be. So with this, it has to be personal. You see, one thing about us is that we don't see the work of the government as our own. But when you see it to be a personal something you feel like when you do it and you do it right, it's not going to benefit you alone. It's going to benefit like generations upon generations. So with what you are saying, with Gold Board, this can only happen if they've all decided that, see, we are making the vision of President Mahama a reality. No corruption here. Whoever is caught, whether through an eye-to-eye contact or maybe an evidence or something, you will be held accountable. And whether it is Sami Jenfi, who is the chief executive officer of the board, whoever it is, you will be held accountable. And it can also happen if there is strict supervision on these people. Sami Jenfi is a CEO, but he cannot do it alone. So I believe he had board members that together with them, they work together. So with this kind of people, as I said earlier on, if they understand what they are there to do, they understand to do it and do it well for Mother Ghana and not for their stomachs, we will succeed. But yes, there, a bad deal. Hey, we will definitely have someone who will steal from this thing. Politicians are never to be trusted though, but I believe a bad day, it will be very, very, very difficult. It will be very, very difficult unless we take it so personal as our own. And then have it in mind that we are not going to steal. And the reason why we are not able to fight corruption institutions because we feel like maybe Party A came on board, they did same thing, they've stolen, blah, 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 blah. So, I'm supposed to enjoy some. Yeah. So, if I'm given the opportunity or the know to lead a particular group of people, and they're not just say, Afa, send me this car. And I will never, have you seen arrested politician before? And you it be a backfire. Attorney General versus Edu Boahi. Who's a backfire? It should tell you something. But with Gold Board, a bad unless they take it personal, like stand very firm. And then guiding their integrity and everything possible, say corruption ain't see that. Within that firm.
Alright. So with the corruption related matters, you see the initiative that Gold Board is putting in place now, I just want to see the blueprint of all their initiatives that they are putting in place. And if you do recall, the CEO of Gold Board did said that he's going to provide every district office for the miners to just go and operate over there. Yeah. But those who what is the name? Those who brings out these corruption related matters are the middlemen. They are the middlemen. A manager cannot just go and just tell you that bring your gold, then I'm going to just take this amount for. He's just going to sell it for you on the price limit.
The Goro boys.
But the Goro boys, hey, they even get benefits more than the manager or the amount.
Say
the account, and the manager too is going to give them some
on top.
So if they are going to, if the gold is being sold 300 Ghana cedis, it's going to give you a price more than 300 Ghana cedis. So let's say like 400 Ghana cedis. So he's going to get 100 cedis from that 400 cedis that you paid. Then send 300 to the manager.
Then
you get another money from that 300 cedis. And afterwards, it's going to get paid from the government.
Again.
So the middlemen are the ones who bring all this problem. But through the blueprint that I request from Sami Jenfi, the miners, the licensed miners, they are going to see the way forward to sell their goods.
Before I ask the next question in mind, don't you think this would in a way intimidate the unlicensed small-scale miners?
Intimidate them. As in how?
Said we have some mining operators that are not licensed.
So you should get licensed.
Okay.
Because they've opened the door for everybody. It's not only, I'm not sure Gold Board is there for only the big companies. No, Obia can't be. So long as you are legally mining, you should have a license, and it should pave that way for you.
And if you don't have licenses, you can't operate anymore. Because it's going to be illegal. Yes, that's the galamsey that we are stopping. Yes.
But okay, not to support galamsey though, but sometimes some of these small scale miners who are not licensed, they operate, should I say, correctly. They make sure that they do what they are supposed to do without destroying some of the environment.
No. I'm not sure.
So far as you are not licensed,
you are not licensed.
Galamsey you are doing.
Galamsey
you are doing. Okay, so now I say, Ode sika dada akola. So aside the bonuses, what do you think? There are other factors the government can adopt to make sure that they fight.
So they started with these bonuses, but as times goes on, they are going to provide more incentives in the way that a licensed miner maybe if he or she has a daughter or a child, they are going to cater for his education as they did for the cocoa farmers. Maybe they are going to give an amount of money when the licensed miner goes on pension. We don't know. So that's why we say we need a blueprint. We see their benefits and
but
the incentives they're going to enjoy.
Someone doesn't really know the blueprint you're talking about.
It's just a roadmap, like this thing that, what is the name?
Their
policies. That's what we demand from the licensed miners, not the just normal good miner.
All right. Wow, that was a very insightful conversation from Mr. Mohammed, our NDC youth communicator, and also NDC allow me NDC/NPP youth communicator. So automatically she's neutral, or boha. All right. So we are live on all our socials: Facebook, Twitter, that is X, and also YouTube. So please do well to engage with us. Moving to our next story for today, or our next headline for today, is about the brouhaha concerning Ralph and also, should I say, self-acclaimedness, who she claimed was assaulted. She suffered some blows, she suffered some dislocation in her arms. Yeah, but at the end of the day, during investigations, they are saying that nothing of that sort happened. Now the GRNM, that is the Ghana Registered Nurses Midwives Association, they are threatening a journalist who questioned his ethics during Ridge Hospital incidents. I say, you will come to the hospital. You will come to the hospital. But when I read the article, he was like, he doesn't mean it in a bad way.
Yeah.
He doesn't mean it in a bad way. When you come, he just show you professionalism.
Okay.
And we've really lambasted these nurses. We've really lambasted them. On Debbie's Girl, please, those of you who want to watch Debbie's Girl, go on social YouTube, for example. YouTube, yes. The title is boldly there. The way she lambasted them, I just pray that this nurse doesn't see your video.
I'm going to post it on TikTok.
She really dealt with them. Because unfortunately, most of us have suffered because of negligence from these nurses. Yes, most of us has lost loved ones and all that. So I really understand our pain. But as journalists, it's our job to lambast. It's our job to blast, criticize, condemn these people. But according to this nurse, we are not being professional with our jobs. We are not being professional with our jobs because we sit on air and say things we don't have facts to. That is what they are saying. And did you watch a video where the PRO for Ghana Registered Nurses Association said
I saw it.
There's a video
where
even
he
not him,
he slapped
the secretary.
A pregnant
secretary.
nurse.
He just talk as if I don't know.
You know, someone was asking whether the PR was a man or a woman.
She's a woman.
It tells that she's lying. She's lying.
She's a woman. And she said there's a video where Ralph was seen slapping a pregnant nurse. And she was not on only one media station. In fact, as a media turn
I like the fact that the one interviewing her asked her to give her the video. She said no.
She wouldn't.
So it tells you that she's lying.
She's lying. Wow.
She's lying.
Now, looking at this issue, do you think nurses, because see, a lot of controversies surrounding nurses these days are rising. It looks like I don't want to use the word incompetent, but that is the word everyone is using. Please don't come for me. I'm speaking the mind of people. Yeah. So Miss Debbie, since you've suffered a blow due to some nurses' negligence, do you think they are incompetent these days? Because it looks like now they are being forced to do their job.
They are very incompetent. We have genuine nurses, but they are few. 90% of them are incompetent. They are not there because they have passion. Now the nurses we have do not have passion for the work. They are there because of money, and they are also there because they failed in a paper, and they just have to find something to do. And I always say that the only two common jobs in this country is teaching and nursing. If you don't go to teaching, you go to nursing. So we have a lot of them in the health sector. And as you said, I've suffered a victim. I lost my big brother because of one reckless behavior of one nurse. And it's very, very hurtful. So this is something that is going on in a lot of health sectors. And because most of these patients do not have a say, they don't have people who speak up for them. And because member council menya semuntino meso menka na chese ewohosa. So with what happened to Ralph, a lot of people were actually trying to turn the issue against him. I said, oh no, na bibi. Oh, this is something that is going on. Why would they just accept the fact that we have bad nuts among them that is actually tarnishing the image of this good profession? Bad nuts. And if you go to the hospital, if there are 100 nurses, 99% of them are the bad nuts. It's only 1% of them that you see that is good. If not that, why will you pretend to tell we the public that you have a fracture and dislocation in the and the arm, a brand new and you and I test to the fact that my minister no pigeon in South he took money and phone on top. The minister also promised to pay her bills after she has been released, and the committee's report has actually proved that she didn't have any dislocation in the arm. So which clearly tells us that most of these nurses are not there because of the people. And I will always say this, and I'm not going to pardon anyone on this, and I'm not going to say sorry for this. 99% of the people who die in the hospital do not die because of the illness they went in there for. It's because of some reckless behavior of some nurses. And that is why they die. If you like, take your bag, move to hospitals, not because pretend to be sick, move to ward from and come baby according to OPD and see the way nurses talk to patients. Of how when the bra.
Yeah.
Your friend say, Mameka say, like, why will you talk to patients like that? We know that some patients can be a yikaka, but your work, you know, son it's here. You're supposed I also want to akoma, only name Cassana and Bontoni. Or back hospital, abana the BP abafi. You get it? Because some of these nurses actually make you inherit more sicknesses and then you go home with, and it's very, very bad. Till we start arresting some of these people. The health sector, a lot is going on there. INT. This same issue happened in Tamale where a guy lost his life, and also reports about, but Minister no fan to wanti. And not about wanti ni atio. Ne nkofo mwe wa obi ante ho asem and no edanche. And I always say this: the day we will get there, we will account for everything we do. The number of people who die through your hands, you account for it. And this nurse has no shame. To the extent that he went to file a court case against Ralph.
7 million Ghana cedis.
Oh, Like she has no shame. And through you, I got to know that she was an NSS personnel. Everybody Then Juma say, like someone you're on rotation and you're doing this. And you see, I wouldn't blame her too much. There are people it was a setting and they are money acting and so those people you know seeing channel.
Then she's a good actress.
Very, very good. I think she should be in the acting sector, not at the health sector. Where the Anya can if you go to the hospital,
misplaced priorities.
You get it. If you get to the hospital, you see people with aggressiveness in your eyes. I can tell myself that we are military. A fatano, we are police because we aggressiveness, you know. If I go to patients, so and they call military, they call police, they call criminals for so. You or more, then their sense will come back home. But what they call hospital, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to worsen the case of the patient, or indirectly you are pushing them into their early grave? Is that what you are trying to do? And that is equally what we are seeing in our health sectors. Yes, you say these people, whilst they are in school, the government is paying them allowance.
Yeah.
Recently, they said they are on demonstration because they need allowances for clothing, they need allowances for transportation. To me, excuse me, it doesn't really make way, sir. But they were calling for, to the extent that a whole hospital, the whole Ghana, they went on strike because they feel like the government is not doing much for you. But governments were born. We those who went to the university. You went for the university?
I'm still in the university.
Are you taking allowance?
No allowance.
Yeah, I didn't take allowance. Regina, did you take any allowance? None of us took allowance. You people took allowance. You're saying employ more. And this is the best thing you can do. To kill people. That is what you can do. You account for it one day. And I always say this. You account for it. And I tell crying said Debayo, General Secretary, you should bow his head in shame. Immediately he should resign as the secretary. Because a shameful you can say you will come and meet me.
Yeah.
And on Rankasa Sadin, I no can say it's a professional boy. You only party any Nakube Moon and I'm not. I see a beton
actually come to
ye beton or what? Ye be who? Me when I go to the hospital, I see milk.
So, do you think that our job is basically to poke nose, but it looks like now they are telling us to stop doing our jobs?
So, first of all, I've been through equally what is going on in the nursing department, that's in the hospital. Just recently, when I had this toothache, I went to the Akawe, what is the name? Akawe Municipal Hospital.
I think Weja
I was having toothache, so I thought when I entered, they'll tell me to go and see the dentist. But they were asking me my what's the name, my card. I gave it to them. They said file. I went through process. When I'm done, they said I should sit and wait for the doctor. So I was waiting for the doctor to the extent that I saw one nurse doing some TikTok video. Patients were in the line. She was doing TikTok video, and the other one was talking about how her husband was, I don't know.
Counselors.
They were just chatting. So I was sitting down just observing because mine is just a toothache. I was just observing. So when it reached my time, they told me that this is not the place I was supposed to sit, but I should go to the dental. So I was like, mommy nurse, I came here since 7 o'clock. You told me to sit over here. You were doing your videos. When you were done, you are telling me to go and see the dentist. Could you imagine when I got there, they said the dentist is on leave for 2 weeks.
Jeez.
But I should go. They'll give me some medication. I should go. But 2 weeks later, I should come back.
Wow.
I said, I should come back to this place. I will never come back. So I went to a private dental clinic and went to uproot it. So this time, the nurses over there, I see them to be unprofessional in such a way that it's not like they force them to learn the nursing course. And now, even our politicians are the ones recruiting them. And see, when you say, now email no kana, they can give you what's the name? A school for you to study. through the diploma. After studying the diploma, then you top up to get a degree. Someone without passion. Someone without passion to steadiness. Now so Rebecca Chen say, oh, I see that a Juma be and Niho, so we go and just study nursing course. Then we can just take you through this thing. The next that this on dubious act, when I saw it, I couldn't believe, so I went back to do my checks. Do you know that she was recruited in the MPP regime?
Nah. Someone made a statement yesterday among the panelists that when MPP were doing their rally, they saw the ladies.
Yes, they posted. I even have it on my phone. Yeah. The girl is in this thing MPP paraphernalia, the address, everything. Yeah. So I was like, hey, Ghana, the Ghana called different stage. This girl, they said even she's an NSS personnel. Oui. And look at the way she was acting. So you can see that someone is behind. These are politicians. I don't know the ones behind this on dubious act. He said Ralph beat her. Then after the investigation came out that this girl was not assault. And use this thing, the chairman and the secretary for Ghana Nurses and Midwifery Association. You can see that they are very partisan.
Right.
They are all MPP people. So this one shows that a health minister should stand on his toes and work. Even should clear them off, because they are not guaranteed to work in this sector. Just giving a journalist threatening, you will come and meet us. So when he's sick and he goes to Ridge Hospital, this shows that they are going to kill him.
So in a way, it would even affect the public confidence.
Yes, they are going to kill him because they said you come and see us. So are they coming to see him for them to give him money? Are they coming to see for them to give him an advice or what? So when he's sick and he comes there and he gets killed, the family should change them. Because this is a clear threatening. You come and see me.
Yeah.
And they say it to the media space. I even read a press release yesterday. This nurse should be suspended. They should ban her from this. They shouldn't let her come near this profession because she's unqualified.
But according to the PRO for GRNMA, when I was watching her interview, I'm not siding with her, but one aspect of what she said, it might be true. She said, what if she really had a dislocation and she went home and the grandma
you
had dislocation just a day.
You went home to wait and come to the hospital. Please, have you had a dislocation before?
Hey, what about that?
You get it. Me, my leg. You're telling me that you have a dislocation. What mean they call that? If you have a dislocation, they don't do it right. The next day, no matter how small it is, even if it is just this finger, everyone said the next day you cannot even raise your whole hand. Now, when your dislocation, you went home. Who does that? We are not kids in this country. No. I am sure the next she's a big the PRO. She's a big liar. Look at the way she's talking. She was even fumbling when she was talking. And when I don't know whether it's Sewa who was interviewing her, and as on Kasakra, she's lost in words. Me book for your kind of me because I knew that what she was saying it doesn't tally. And say the politics. Oh, rade. People are dying. The politics are called do health sector. You see, I now understand the reason why when a politician is sick, they don't go to the hospital in this country.
Because they know what they've done.
They know what they've done. And they will die as a cause of it. And that is why they are the same people that are telling us our health sectors are good. But in a slight headache, they travel out of this country. Because of the mess they are causing. Yet the politics. Oh, goodness. And they are going to do health sector. And you can say, yeah, jingle phone kwa, right? My own term. Maybe I jingle phone kwa. Yeah, the politics. And I yes, politics, you know. And yeah, but me, what about you for politics? I banter.
Oh no, they don't.
Yeah, politics is a different, dirty. In fact, someone can even kill their friend because of politics. Now they could do a hospital. Come on, this is very, very bad. As he said, we obia because see, I know we are journalists too. They're supposed to be neutral, but in your heart, you know who you belong to.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that when we are going to interview an NDC member, and because maybe you are affiliated to MPP, so you make it known that you belong to MPP and make the person feel bad. True. When you are going to interview MPP, because you're NDC, you make it known to the person, you make the person feel bad. We don't do that. When it has to do with your work, it's neutrality. When you get to the politics ground, you do it. And I was very hurt when the secretary was referring to the health minister that you were a farmer.
Yeah, and sorry to interrupt you. I think the Farmers Association have
brought a petition.
Apology for that.
Why will you say that? And I like the fact that he also replied to them that he is a proud farmer. Yeah. Yes, he is. But I'm sure President Mahama saw something in him. That is why he gave him that opportunity. Yeah. MPP for no, they are causing a lot of things in this country. Too much. In fact, in Kayesa Botimo Mupadi by now, I don't know where we are. And these people who are doing this, in fact, any sector that is very sensitive, like the health sector like this, when they should find someone who is so much into politics, they should be sacked and removed from there. And me up to now, GJA is not yet out because they've threatened us.
Yeah.
We don't poke nose. What we see is what we see. So that is simple. If you say it, and then whatever you are saying to make sure that it's vivid and backed with facts. When it's sensible, no one is going to talk about it. We always go in for the news. We want catchy news. That is what we want. And if you want to be the headline, why not? We will take it. So you cannot tell us that we are not doing our work. And we know that some journalists are not actually doing their work. Some of them are in for the fame. It is true. Because when you listen to some of them on radio stations, on television, you could see how they talk. You can actually see that we know who media school men or who investi men or also how can any journalism no one because of the way like they talk. They don't even talk with fact. Example, like when this helicopter crash happened, they said the black box. At the end, you inform my ye be so quiet or be a journalist say on the what is this? It's okay.
You see, the PRO, okay. She's very unprofessional because as at now, I want to see the course she studied in the university before she was given that position because as I'm seated over here, I study PR. And in our ethics, we promote transparency, we promote fairness, we promote confidentiality, loyalty and integrity, and respect and accountability to the publics. To all these ethics that I mentioned, she haven't exhibited even one. She disrespected the whole Minister of Health. Mr. Akando. Telling him he's a farmer.
He's a farmer.
Hey, God. He's a farmer. So farmers are local human beings or they are not citizens.
Indirectly, he's not fit for the job.
They are just commoners.
Go and even see the course she studied in the university. Where is it? Or study second management, we are not accounting.
Bombastic.
Or maybe engineering course, but they have given her to perform as a PRO. Look at the press release that she came to give. Basa, binyama, untruth. What she was saying was full of lies. And the journalist was also standing there, questioning her.
Oh, questioning there, we'll question you.
They should all bow their heads in shame. The health minister should sack all of them. Because what they exhibited over there, that Ridge Hospital, that had to know, they don't exhibit that at in University of Ghana Medical Center.
But it looks like Ridge is known for bad comments.
Not only radio. I want to mention a name, but yeah, a lot of public. This thing that is going on, it's not in only public way. This foolish act, excuse me, can only go on in public hospitals.
Yeah, but
not
for
in
the private, you wouldn't really
you
see
went to
that.
private, right?
Yes.
How were you treated?
Very nice.
Simple.
Before I even got there, the security man was like, "Oh, how are you? Where are you going to?" Just giving me directions. Pass here, pass here. But the nurse was doing TikTok video.
Yes. Because when you go on social media, like especially TikTok, they are there.
Yes.
They are really there.
Then they should stop and become content creators and other stuff.
They can actually balance.
Oh yes, you can actually balance it. But they can. This generation, they cannot balance. And you see, the reason is because in private hospitals there are strict supervision. We are sitting here, but you see CCTV.
Yeah,
CCTV camera. That will show many ways. So whatever I'm doing, I have to be very cautious because if nobody needs to call anybody out. The information then that is why private institutions are thriving. In business, in health, in industrialization, they are doing massively well. Go to government institution or say a government there, anything a teacher on bus 3 weeks or have a set exam. At the end of the day,
yes.
And so next is obey me opinion kumo. I have a junior in school where nurse the injection the nurse was supposed to give her on different injections. Problem on the night, so wadani apache.
Yeah, apache.
So she has not become a disabled because of that. And like
because it's something that could have been avoided.
Something that could have been avoided. So as he said, you're on your phone. How can you concentrate? Me the endro akakomobi. I can't remember. My dad was admitted in the hospital and then he was supposed to give an injection. Into nurse, the way and God being so good, she was supposed to do it, and I'll catch him because my mom was with my dad, and she told my mom that she has forgotten something to her back. When she left, the doctor came in. When the doctor saw that, and she asked my mom, who brought this? And my mom was like, one of the nurses. I said, no, this is not the medication for my dad. So imagine, say, there's some medication in manner. No one knows what will happen.
Yeah.
And say, you can call hospital. You see someone very fit. The nurse will like you don't. So these nurses, they are killing people.
They are killing people. What do you think is the best punishment for this nurse and all those who indulged in the, should I say, charade acts? What do you think is the best punishment for them?
The government should just sack them.
Don't you think that is too extreme?
They should just sack them. Because the act that they made is unprofessional to their professions that they are doing. You should sack them because they are playing politics in the game and they are going to dirty you, the government in power. Because they are doing all their means to get their political party a good color in the public domain. So you should just sack them.
Yeah.
All is part of the resetting agenda. All of them must go.
Yeah.
You should clear them off.
You should clear them off. And lastly, before we move to our last topic, how should we, the journalists, put our sensitivity aside and deal with the facts?
As in, putting.
You see the way we were like, should I say sent? In some way, and according to maybe from what the secretary is saying, it looks like because we are dealing so much with our hearts.
You know the media now. He knows the media. The man knows the media. He knows how the media works.
And he's indirectly saying we are not professionals.
That is what he's saying. That is exactly what he's saying. But I wouldn't agree with him. It depends on the issue. The health sector, as I said earlier on, is a very sensitive firm on its own. When I'm dealing with issue of business, or I'm dealing with issue of politics, it has to deal with how the problem is. If the problem makes me without not adding my sentiment to it, that is fine. But when it comes to health, we are talking about the life of people. Just a twinkle of an eye mistake can kill someone. I say when a car, you didn't brain a car. Send a medical business, me phone call, sir. That is the same way a politician that is embezzling money from the state or contrary and also you can't want any show neck this world we are be quiet because all cancer see and for evidence number there's a love one be experience a catcher open what's a candidate one day I can we won't born our satan so now come sempre o born now satan just imagine born bema you get it so I feel like it is something that I share a swatch into rough dear bano I say what be to one so or be I can you open but you see even with that we still have to maintain professionality and I with fact I would say that the media has maintained professionality. What all the people have listened to Black Rasta. I told him, mommy, in Tamale, he said her mom died. He even mentioned the hospital, how the mom got to die because of the recklessness of oneness. And I also use my big brother as an example. We have a lot of people who have experienced some of these things. So with the media there, we are for this particular issue, I don't see the media saying something that was not true. You and I was in the same country where a patient was driven out of the hospital into a bush because there was no bed. That is what they said. And because of that, they drove her into the bush where she died for some couple of days before people got to know that this woman was actually in for the hospital. And then they told her that because she couldn't pay some amount of money, and so she was driven into the bush where she died. And so you expect the media to see this, not your crocromo. Oh, boy. So for me, I don't see anything wrong. But the truth is, with the media, we back neutrality. We're supposed to deal with fairness. Ralph, you're casting your Ralph, right? Because even at the hospital, you're not supposed to film everything on social media. But say an abuse, just say something. As I said, something that has been occurring, and we've been quiet for a long time. And so this is like a great and massive opportunity for us. Grow on they are grading on more pan. I can't say no mapping. They should just be careful. They cannot silence us. You okay? But at the end also say if you are doing something, by lots of hospitals when they donate, we go to cover it. We speak good about them. It is the same way. When you do it the negative way, we speak about it. The positive way, we still speak. So just as the police is our friends, we are their friends. They are friends, but they should take note because here.
So, in my submission, if you do recall, when Mama was delivering his manifesto in Cape Coast, in Winneba, he clearly says that when he comes into power, he's going to make sure the media have their right to work.
Yeah.
If you recall, when Akufo-Addo was in power, he and Bawumia, the media cannot talk.
Thank
you.
But
this is the time that a workaholic president, through the Minister of Communication, they has brought this thing, a leverage to the extent that everybody can work, everybody can say whatever it is in the media space. So you see, previously the media cannot talk. And now they are talking, they are saying they are talking unprofessional. You as a nurse, look at the dubious acts you did in the hospital. A journalist is there, you are telling the journalist that he will come and meet you when he comes. And you are telling him he's working unprofessional. So I'm not going to talk much, but the citizens should judge. The journalists that make that coverage and the nurse that made that act. Who is the best and who acts professionally? I'm not going to work. I'm not going to talk that much.
This, as to the citizens, the ball has been thrown in your courts between the journalists and between the nurse. Who is more professional? All right. So moving to our last discussion for today, CD begins depreciation against dollar. So I like to read something small from the Bank of Ghana. That is Dr. Johnson Esiama. He has stated that the current depreciation of the Ghana cedi is temporary. According to him, the pressure on the cedi is expected due to the mechanisms employed by the central bank in managing the currency. He emphasized, however, that the situation will soon stabilize. His comments follow the local currency's marginal depreciation against major foreign trading currencies on the forex markets. The governor explained that the current challenges are the result of a short-term cash flow problem, which will be corrected soon. He's saying the cedi depreciation against dollar would be solved soon. You know, when I saw this, the one thing that just came in mind was I just hope these traders wouldn't use this as a leverage to say that omu tutunyamu. And I'm saying. This is just a quick one, then we just end the show for today. So
for the dollar depreciation,
CD depreciation.
For the CD depreciation,
Yeah.
I said dollar is. So yesterday I met Ake on campus and I was like,
Yeah, this year Ake.
I see don't get here for MPP.
Musi dollar number from the see the dollar ni kosru. See any day. He said what we did was just a skirmishes. But now we have seen that the dollar is just rising. So I want to just make this short. You see, the MPP awards some contracts to the contractors that made the dollar now rising because we have awarded new contracts to them. We are coming to construct the Accra to Kumasi road and it has started working and some other advantage points. And now the workers that the former or the previous government were owing them, we have started paying them. We have started awarding like plenty things. We have started doing so that as we are doing, the dollar is going to gain weight against the cities, but it's just temporary. In a month's time, it's going to depreciate to 10 cedi or lower.
Yeah, I think it's now
11.15, yes.
No, it's 45. I think it's 45.
95 or 45?
95.
I checked this morning. It was 11 cedi 15. Yesterday when I checked, it was 11 cedi 35.
Oh, okay.
So it varies. So at times goes on to maybe to come to 3 cedis. It's just temporary. It's
you
temporary.
know, I sometimes receive money, and the last time I received, I was very disappointed. I was really sad, but we will take it like that. All right, Miss Debbie, briefly.
Okay, I'm not really surprised because when the appreciation of the CD happened, it wasn't so stable. And we've also heard economists and people in the finance sector saying that the stability of the CD is not too stable, but we should pray and hope for better days ahead. But then I would say that the current administration has really tried its best. At least we've had some sort of relief. It should tell us that if they should do more, as he said, the CD can actually drop to, and yet December drop it to 3 cents. But we have financiers also encourage advising the government that a drop is also better again. When it drops too much, it will affect us, and that is true because of people who, as he said, people who receive money, be this kind of and do maybe and they not a better again. But with the CD depreciation, that one there's bound to happen. We should wait for more. But we pray that as the CD depreciates, it shouldn't depreciate to the extent of what we saw during the previous administration. It should be something on a normal level that everyone will feel that kind of relief. And so our traders, please, we beg them. See the neighbor from omutu nyome say see ana yasa depreciate the ewu. But yeah, poor they should maintain race and we will feel the impact.
All right. So we are ending today's segment, but before we leave, your last words, any greetings, then we call it a day.
So first of all, I will greet all my people in Wejagbayo constituency, my fans in ATU. Yes, I'm from Wejagbayo constituency.
Okay.
My fans in ATU and Kole Klote as large. Greetings to Honorable Nash, Greetings to Honorable Abbas. Greetings to my sisters and my loved ones. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Miss Debbie.
Yes, so I'm also sending greetings to my independent and neutral
candidate
out there. God bless you so much for supporting me. I'm really grateful. Yes, and to everyone here, to the producer, to the host, to the management, to the manager, to the authorities. We are very grateful. Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for joining in the segment of the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. This is where we end today's segment. Actually, today is a Friday, so we are pleading that as you are going to enjoy your weekend, please do it responsibly. Yeah, do it responsibly. A big thank you to my intellectuals. They really give us insightful kind of saying conversations. They are very intelligent. Yes, they are very intelligent. God bless you, Mr. Isa Muhammad Bashir, I got it right. And also intellectual Miss Debbie Adoso,
Independent
NPP/NDC independence candidate. And also to our management, to our manager, to our producers, we say a very big thank you for contributing immensely to this discussion. But the show doesn't end here. We will be coming back at exactly 3 p.m. with DJ Q. Yeah, DJ Q, and I myself, and also DJ Charm will be taking over. DJ Q would be taking over again, and also Kontakra would be taking over. So please, we have a truckload of goodies for you, so do all to stick and stay.